Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful Sunday afternoon, not Saturday. Saturday was yesterday. Snowman, what's going on? PJ's 1979. What is good? How we doing? Splinter. What is up? We have so many awesome people on here. Grady Dick, what is good, man? David Kunzman. Shout out to all you guys. Mr. Rocky, thank you for coming on here. Lucky Play. I hope I didn't forget anybody. I love you all so much, and I can't thank you all enough for being on here. We got another game today. We got some Phillies baseball as they're taking on the New York Mets in Game 3 of this three-game series. I have to make sure that I get the NBC Sports stream up before I forget. Apologize about that. Let me do that really quickly. But I want to make sure that I talk to you guys because this is going to be an interesting ball game. Carlos Carrasco will be taking on Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler's been playing pretty well over his last 5 outings or so. He's really starting to get back into that groove, into that ace that he once was last season. And it's been really a sensation to just watch him go out there, battle, dominate all the time, and just get back to what he used to be. You know, that's been something that has been a very good sign for Phillies fans, and even just for the start and rotation period, it's been a really good thing. So that's been awesome. Is this thing muted? Okay, good. And yes, they'll be taking on Carlos Carrasco, and we'll get to Carrasco's stats in just a few moments. But Carrasco really has been struggling, especially over his last 3 outings or so. Mets fans really haven't been happy with how he's been doing. Just the Mets in general have not been really happy because he hasn't really lived up to expectations, and he's been giving up a lot of runs. He hasn't been striking out a lot of batters, and he just lets a lot of guys on base. And that's not going to cut it, especially for a Mets team that's really struggling offensively. So if you're going to go out there and pitch, you have to put them in a position to win. So that's really just the main thing, and he has not been doing a good job in that aspect. This season he's gone 44 innings. He has 31 earned runs allowed. He has 45 strikeouts. 28 strikeouts. Sorry, I was looking at David Peterson. 28 strikeouts in 44 innings for Carlos Carrasco, and a 6.34 ERA. So, and he gave up 5 earned runs his last outing around against the St. Louis Cardinals. So, the Phillies have to try to take advantage of that, and hopefully they will, with guys like Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos and people that are in the lineup that can do a lot of damage, but haven't been doing so, like Bryce Harper. All right, let's make this full screen, and let's see what you guys have to say. Eddie, what's up, man? What is good? Rock Hot, what is good, man? Icy Buckets, thanks for coming on here. Rising Rhino, always in the house. What is good, everybody? And Larry, of course. I'm here to make sure that we don't lose another series to the Schmets. I feel you on that. I totally feel you on that. I do want to remind you guys that after the game tonight, okay, we will be doing a Phillies series recap. It'll be around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So if you guys want to come on, and if you want to give your thoughts, whether you're a Phillies fan or not, or if you've just been watching the series and you just want to have a conversation with me, please join the Discord server. It's linked down below in the comments section. It's also pinned in the description too, as well. So please make sure that you guys join. And yeah, that would be really awesome. NBC Sports app, I don't know what's going on with this. Is this working? It says that that the coverage is going to begin soonly. I don't know what let me see if this is for today. Maybe this isn't for today. View all dates. So today is Sunday. Yeah. That's correct. It's just frozen. Huh. We may have to turn on the TV. Let's see what's on the TV. Okay. Well, that we may have to do. Flyers trading Hayes. Sixers trading I forget who. Sixers, they made a trade. Yeah. Well, Provorov got traded. I remember that. I didn't even get to talk about the Provorov trade. And I probably should do that this week because there are news about the Flyers. So I should definitely do that. All right, so let's go to the channel because maybe the sports app is down. I don't know. Well, nope, okay. It's working now. All right, good. I just turned it on, so now I can turn the TV off. Great. All right, so let's go over the starting lineups. All right, so for the New York Mets, the Mets are 35-41 on the season. They're 18-26 on the road. And Brandon Nimmo will be leading things off. Starling Marte is batting after him. Nimmo's in center field. Marte's in right field. Francisco Lindor, the switch-hitting shortstop, is batting third. Pete Alonso batting in the fourth spot. He's over at first base. Daniel Vogelbach is the DH for today's game. And out in left field is Tommy Pham. Jeff McNeil is batting seventh. He was listed as day-to-day today. I don't know why, but he was listed as day-to-day, and he's playing today, so he's over at second base. Brett Beatty is the third baseman, batting eighth, and Omar Narvaez is at the catcher, batting ninth. JJ family in the house, let's go! Yes. So yes, if you guys want to join the Phillies Post Series podcast, we'll be going on tonight at 9:00. So please make sure that you come on. You can totally give your thoughts about the series overall, and just give your comments about the Phillies, or if you want to talk a little bit about the Mets, or just like what you saw in the series overall, what you saw today after today's game. Please come on, and I'd love to have a conversation with you guys for sure. So join the Discord server. The link to that is posted in the live chat. It should be posted in the live chat, and it also is in the description as well. So here's Zach Wheeler. So he's on the mound. He has pitched in 15 games this season. He has a 3.48 ERA, 98 strikeouts, and 88 innings of work this season. And he's only allowed 20 walks. He started off the season a little bit shaky and wasn't necessarily going really deep for the Phillies, and he wasn't that ace, and now he's just really finding a good groove. And today, what the Phillies have to do is, obviously they have to take the series today, so they could totally use a 6-7 strong inning outing from Zach Wheeler. Zach getting 100 strikeouts. Yes, he needs 2 more. Here's Brandon Nimmo, who comes up to the plate. And the first pitch, it's at the knees for a called strike. Nimmo is 9 for 33 lifetime against Zach Wheeler with 3 doubles. The pitch, inside. Some of these Mets hitters have had some success against Zach Wheeler, and we'll talk a little bit more about it as the game goes on. The pitch, inside and low. But I hope you're all doing well. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit that bell icon too. We've got to refresh this page and put up the scoreboard. The 2-1 popped up over to shortstop. Turner calls off Sosa, and Turner is there to make the catch right by second base for 1 out. All right, so let's make this full screen. There we go. Salute, doggy squad. What did he say? Zach getting 100 strikeouts. Yes. My sister works for NBC Sports. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome, Eddie. That is sick. What does she do? If you don't mind me asking. All right, so Nimmo popped out the shortstop. Here's Starling Marte. And he swings and misses at the fastball down Broad Street. Marte is 6 for 18 lifetime versus Zach Wheeler with a double and a triple. And he hit a big home run in yesterday's outing. The pitch, outside and low, on a sweeper at 89. Phillies have Zach Wheeler on the mound. We'll get to the defensive lineup right after this pitch. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. On a sweeper at 86 miles per hour. So JT's behind the plate. Over at first is Bohm. At second, we got Stott. At third is Sosa. And shortstop is Turner. The 1-2. Line drive into right field, and it slices foul and goes out of play. In left field, we got Kyle Schwarber. And then in center is Brandon Marsh, and the right fielder is Nick Castellanos, and the DH is Bryce Harper. So Marte, during his career at Citizens Bank Park, he loves to hit here. He has 6 homers and 19 RBI, along with a .390 batting average and a 1.167 OPS. The 1-2, it's poked out in the right field, and it gets past Stott into right field for a base hit. And Castellanos plays it on 2 hops, throws it in to Stott, and Marte gets on with a 1-out single. Oh, that's so cool, Eddie. That's awesome. She's in charge of football and the Olympics. That is so awesome. Let's hope for a perfect game. Well, that's not going to happen now, doggy. This Mets team stinks, that's what Larry says. And so the game begins, Rising Rhino says. Here's Lindor. And the first pitch is inside. So Francisco Lindor batting on the left side of the plate as he's facing the right-hander Zach Wheeler. Lindor only hit in .222 this season, but he has 14 homers and 51 RBI. The 1-0. It's at the knees, a fastball at 96 for a called strike. The one thing that Zach Wheeler didn't do a good job at during the beginning of the season, pretty much throughout his first 5 to 6 starts, was he wasn't even reaching 97 on the fastball. And now he's hitting 97, 98, 96. It's not back to 100 like it once was, but there's a 97-mile-per-hour high heater that is swung on and missed. Over at first is Marte. He can fly, as we all know. It is a beautiful, gorgeous afternoon at Citizens Bank Park. Not a cloud in the sky. The 1-2. Flied out to left field. Backing up is Schwarber. And he makes the catch right in front of the warning track. Throws it back towards the cutoff man. And Marte goes back to first. And he's in there safely without a throw. 2 gone. I think Lindor tried to swing a little bit early, and so he was out in front of it. Didn't anticipate the curve or the slider. And here comes Pete Alonso. Pete was a rookie in 2019, won Rookie of the Year, and hit over 50 homers that season. He also won the Home Run Derby. Throw back over to first, not in time. Eddie asked me, did you watch ESPN growing up? Oh, yeah, I love ESPN. Throw back again to first. Is it in time? No. I couldn't even see if the first base umpire ruled him out or not. And they ruled him out. They say that Zach Wheeler got him. And Mickey Callaway, I think, is going to, Buck Showalter, I think, is going to challenge this. Let's see. I couldn't see if there was any sort of signal from the home plate umpire. Let's see if he got in there. I think he got him. I think Alec Boehm got him. A good play by Zach Wheeler. But they will challenge this. So it was a pickoff over at first base. The first base umpire, Doug Eddings, apparently called him out, but I couldn't see it because they didn't show the umpire and the call near the first base bag. So Buck Showalter will challenge this. And Doug Eddings puts in the earpiece. So if the call stands, Starling Marte gets picked off. There's the first base coach, Kirby, looking over at the scoreboard. Phillies, they're looking at fan vision just to see if he was out. Let's see again. Throw back over to first. Boehm got him on the back. Now, did his fingertip touch the bag? It did not look like it. I think he's clearly out from that angle. But they're still reviewing this. Nimmo popped out to shortstop. Marte got on with a single. Lindor then flew out to left field. And if the call stands, Marte also just got picked off with Alonso up at the plate. But they are still reviewing this. Phillies will have Kyle Schwarber leading things off in the bottom of the first. Trey Turner batting right behind him. Nick Castellanos in the 3 spot and Harper in the 4. And we'll get to the rest of the lineup in just a few moments. So let's see what they say. He's ruled safe, and the call is overturned. I guess that they had some conclusive evidence to overturn it. I'd like to know what it was, but can't obviously tell. I thought he got him. Maybe by a hair, but that's a little odd. All right, so the call's overturned, and Marte is safe at first. And Pete Alonso is coming up to the plate. Let's try this again. So Buck Showalter wins the challenge. Pitch number 1 to Pete Alonso on the outside corner, a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Taken at the knees for a called strike. All right, so as far as the crew chief goes, Eric Backus behind the plate. Doug Eddings over at first base. Mike Estabrook is the second base umpire. And the third base umpire is Brian Walsh. 0-1. The pitch. Ground ball over to third base. This should do it. And the throw over the second is in plenty of time for a fielder's choice ground out to get Marte. All right, so we go to the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 man left. And the Phillies coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. Okay. So that is a fielder's choice. 5-3 or 5-4. All right, got him. Yes, great. All right, so let's go to the bottom of the first inning and let's give the starting lineup. So we got Kyle Schwarber leading things off out in left field. Trey Turner's over at shortstop batting second. Nick Castellanos is going to bat in the 3-hole out in right field. And the DH will be Bryce Harper. Over at the catcher position behind the plate is JT Realmuto. He's batting 5th. Bryson Stott will be hitting 6th. He's over at second base. The first baseman for today's game will be Alec Bohm. Brandon Marsh in center field batting 8th. And Edmundo Sosa is hitting 9th. I think I mentioned that Bohm was hitting 7th. If I did not, I apologize. He's hitting 7th. So Sosa's playing over at third base. So once again, it's Schwarber in left, Turner at shortstop, Castellanos in right, Harper at the DH. The catcher is JT. The second baseman is Stott. And over at first is Bohm. In center field, it's Marsh. And Sosa is at third. All right, guys, in case you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I need you guys to do me a couple of favors here. Housekeeping stuff. First of all, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon. Do all those things. Our goal is to get to 600 subs by the end of today. All right? So we definitely want to work up those numbers, and we want to get more people involved with the family. All right, so if you love the Phillies, the Sixers, the Flyers, the Patriots, that's what we do on here, baby. That's what we do. The other thing I need you guys to do is to go give a Snowman, right? Snowman Multimedia, Rising Rhino, and I'm sure that I'm missing a few other people that I saw just pop on here. But for now, please give those two a subscription because they put out some incredible content. And I want you guys to show them some love and support because I want their channels to grow because they absolutely deserve it, for sure. Carlos Carrasco's on the bump in 44 innings. We mentioned he only has 28 strikeouts and a 6.34 ERA. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Schwarber as we just got back. Schwarber is 0 for 8 lifetime against Carrasco. The pitch up high and outside. Just keep growing. We're all in this together, baby. Exactly. What's up, Jacqueline? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, hot shot, pulled over towards the first base side, fielded by the second baseman, and the throw over to first is in time. Probably should have said pulled over towards the right field side, but that's okay. That's why we get practice. All right, so that is a 4-3 ground out. All right, one gone in the bottom of the first. And now Trey Turner is due up next. What is up, Jacqueline? Turner lifts this one high and deep to center field. That's going back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone! Trey Turner puts the Phillies on the board. 1-0 in the bottom of the first. It's his 8th home run of the season. And before I even got to his stats lifetime against Carrasco, I was just going to mention that he hits him pretty well. And the Phillies lead it 1-0. A fastball right down the middle of the plate, and it just got out and went into the bushes. About 407 feet. Phillies are up 1-0. Here's Castellanos in the first pitch. It's a slider that's down low and inside for ball one. Castellanos hitting .317 on the season with 9 homers and 44 RBI. He's 12 for 52 lifetime against Carrasco and swings and misses at the breaking ball. Castellanos homered to dead center in yesterday afternoon's game against Max Scherzer, and that was pretty well struck. The 1-1 swing and a miss. In June, he's hitting .395 with 4 homers and 16 RBI. In May, was a little bit of a different story. .265 batting average with only 1 homer. That was it. 8 pitches by Carrasco so far. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup that was outside and low, and Castellanos went fishing after it, and there's 2 gone. Yes, Eddie, I'll totally talk about that. I'll actually do that during the break. That's a good idea. Please tell me I'm still alive. I'm still alive, right? I hope I am. Oh, we're going to keep going. All right, so as far as the defensive lineup goes, first of all, Bryce Harper's due up for the Phillies. But as far as the defensive lineup goes for the Mets, behind the plate is Omar Narvaez, and over on the mound is Carlos Carrasco. Harper swings and misses at the first pitch. It's been 91 at-bats since he's homered. All right, good. The 0-1 in the dirt and laid off. Over at first is Pete Alonso. The second baseman is Jeff McNeil. Third baseman is Brett Beatty. Over at shortstop is Francisco Lindor. Tommy Pham is out in left. Nimmo's in center. And Marte's in right. The 1-1. Outside and high. Please tell me if that home run call was good or not. I hope it wasn't pitchy. And be honest. The 2-1 to Harper. Fouled off. Two and two. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Up high. 93. Carrasco over his last 3 starts. He's 0-1. And batters are hitting .321 against him. He does also have a 7.82 ERA. Good. That makes me happy. I'll cut that. And we'll post that today. That's going to be edited today. Full count to Harper. The kick and the payoff pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to first base. Alonso has to throw it, though, to Carrasco, and he does, and he gets there in time to win the race to the bag for out number 3. The Phillies do strike first, though, as Trey Turner gives the Phillies a solo homer to put them up 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. All right. Cool. Great. All right, so Eddie asked me if I can tell a story about my love for music. Yeah, so, I mean, I've always loved music. Music has always been something that has really been with me throughout my entire life. You know, I've never been afraid to share that I had an older brother who had really severe special needs. And, He loved music. He loved Disney music. He loved Batman. He loved to take me out to the ball game and singing that at the baseball stadium. He loved all that sort of stuff. And that was basically, how we always interacted with my brother. And so every time we would go on trips, my sister and I would always love to sing him songs, recite lines. My parents did it too. My dad even made him a couple of CDs. But music has always been a form of communication for, I think, all of us in my family. My sister, she's a songwriter, and she puts on some awesome shows and puts out some awesome music. Please go check her out. Her name is Alyssa Joseph. She's on Spotify. I don't really talk too much about her, but I love her so much. She's my sister, and I can't wait to see her this summer. So it'll be really nice to spend time with her. She came up for a vacation, and I had a really lovely time with her and her boyfriend, too. They also brought their dog. So it was really awesome. But, yes, music is definitely something that allows me to talk to people, and I always like to talk about different types of music. It is the best, whether it's Disney music, whether it's just pop, classic rock. I don't care what it is. I try to find ways to bond with people. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload or if I ever go live for a game, like the Phillies game today. All right? Music is the best, for sure. No balls, one strike to Daniel Vogelbach. What's their dog's name? Their dog's name is Wiley. I also have my family and I have a dog too. Her name is Reese. But Reese and Wiley did not really get along. That's a whole nother story. But no balls, two strikes to Daniel Vogelbach. I'm getting away from the pitch. Can't do that. But I'm trying to learn. That's the other thing. We're learning how to balance things out. Wheeler out there for a second frame of work. The 0-2. Outside and low. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it, dude. I really appreciate it. Vogelbach hitting .223 this season with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. The 1-2 by Wheeler, just a hair outside. That was a curveball at 83. That was, I believe, the first curveball that he's thrown today, at least that I could remember. 19 pitches. It's 2-2 in the top of the second. We were in the stretch. The pitch fouled off. Phillies have a big 12-game road trip coming up. They're off tomorrow. 2-2. Way inside. On another fastball at 98. They'll be facing the Chicago Cubs on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All those games at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider at 91 miles per hour at the knees. And that is a strikeout, the first strikeout by Zach Wheeler this afternoon. That pitch had a lot of great movement to it. And Vogelbach couldn't catch up to it. And, well, when the timing's off, that's what happens. Here's Tommy Pham, who's been hitting very well in the month of June. First pitch, swung on and missed on the fastball right down the pipe. He's 4 for 8 lifetime against Wheeler with 7 homers and 29 RBI on the season. But he does have a couple of extra base hits against Wheeler as the 0-1 is inside. Wheeler not wasting any time. Gets the signs from Realmuto, kicks, and fires. Popped up. Back behind home plate, it's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the top of the second inning. Phillies have a 1-0 lead. Wheeler has 25 pitches. 1-2 to Tommy Pham. Wheeler kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Zach Wheeler. That time he goes with a sweeper that was on the outside corner at the knees. And there's 2 away. The sweeper looked really good. And it kind of looked a little bit like a slider that had a lot of life to it. Nobody on, 2 outs, and Jeff McNeil comes up. He's wearing the sunglasses, and he takes the first pitch just a bit up high and inside. Jeff is over at second base. On deck is Brett Beatty. The pitch. It was outside, but called a strike anyways by Eric Backus as JT sold the call. And the count is even at 1-1, 98 miles per hour. One of the fastest pitches that he's thrown today. Wheeler kicks, fires. It's outside and low. Excuse me. Oh, man. So there's 2 outs. Nobody on in the top of the second inning. Mets are 35-41. Phillies are 39-37. The 2-1. Ground ball or line drive caught over by Zach Wheeler. Oh, man, it was a hot shot hit back towards him. And the side is retired. A line drive caught by Wheeler, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. Phillies have a 1-0 lead against the Mets. Heads up. Oh, boy. I don't know why. For the first second, I thought it hit the ground, but it didn't. So, my apologies. But, yeah, okay. Nice. All right. Cool. Bottom of the second inning we go, guys. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Jason Harrison Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Our goal is to reach 600 subscribers. If you love the Phillies as much as I do, if you love the Sixers, the Flyers, the Patriots, right? That's what we do on here. We try to do almost every single game. We started this channel back in December of 2022, December 20th. Our first game that we did was the Sixers-Warriors game. And that was right before the Christmas game where the Sixers took on the Knicks. So we just did Sixers, and we finished out the Patriots season. Because I didn't want to do too much because I started the channel. So we didn't do the Flyers because the Flyers weren't having a good season. So we just did 76ers basketball and the rest of the Patriots season. And then once we started to get more and more reps and become more comfortable, and became more comfortable with doing things, that's exactly when we started doing Phillies games too. So we finished out the Sixers season, had to make some sacrifices of doing some Phillies games because of that. But now, until September, we're just going to be doing Phillies. So have a whole lot of baseball reps for sure. So it's really nice. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've graduated from Rowan University, called games for minor league teams like the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Delaware Blue Coats. Blue Rocks are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. Blue Coats are the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. But I'm not here to toot my own horn because the game is back on. You guys want to hear the game, so let's get back to our regular programming. No balls, 1 strike to JT. The pitch, swing and a miss. Carrasco out there for his second inning of work. JT hitting .252 on the season. He had a really good stretch against the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Oakland A's and even the Dodgers. The 0-2 fouled off. Larry says we have 2 turtles named Gun and Chubb. I don't know. That's cool. I like that. No balls, 2 strikes. Doggy Squad Brick says, JJ, what happened to Jack Miller? I don't know. What happened to Jack? The 0-2. Outside and low. Wait, Doggy, did you go to Rowan? Now I'm confused. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. It's on the inside corner at the knees for a called 3rd strike. And JT goes down looking. Well, in case you're just joining us, Trey Turner hit a solo homer to put the Phillies on top 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st. And Zach Wheeler has done a pretty good job throughout this game so far in 2 innings of work. Here's Bryson Stott, and he looks at a curveball at the knees for a called strike. You went to Rowan? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. The 0-1. Ground ball, pulled over towards the first base side, gobbled up by McNeil. The throw over to first is just in time. Alonso almost lost it. And the throw was almost wide, but good job by Alonso to extend his stride. And there's 2 away. Snowman Multimedia says, JJ doing his thing as always. Snowman's back at it tomorrow for Brewers Mets. That sounds great. Well, this is good for you because you can also study the Mets here. So this is like a perfect situation for you, too, in that sense. Nobody on, 2 outs. In the bottom of the second, the pitch outside and low for ball 1. Please make sure that you check out Snowman Multimedia's game tomorrow night. I'll probably be tuning in too because I have the day off. So please make sure that you guys do that for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Boehm. He's batting .259. 7 p.m. air time. That's what Snowman says. 7:10 is the first pitch. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Carrasco gets the signs, kicks, fires the pitch, swing and a miss. 93 miles per hour on the 4-seamer that was outside. Carrasco has retired 4 in a row. He is looking to retire 5 in a row on this pitch. The 1-2. It's sliced down the right field line, and it's a foul ball. JJ invade a cool football video that I have edited. Jack made a cool football video that you edited? Is that what you're saying? Huh. So you found out this channel from Jack? 1-2. Line drive down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Goes all the way towards the scoreboard. Marte throws it and plays it off the wall. And the throw is cut off by Jeff McNeil. And Alec Boehm gets in there safely at second. Oh, boy. An opposite field double by Alec Boehm with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, and he's starting to hit the bat really well once again. That time he went down the right field line and stayed with the fastball and just got some good contact, hit it very sharply. And Brandon Marsh comes up next. Let's see if the Phillies can take advantage of this. They left 8 runners on base in yesterday afternoon's game. First pitch, fouled off down the first base line. Talk about somebody else that's been seeing the ball really well. Brandon Marsh is 10 for 14 during this homestand, and his batting average has gone up to .282. He had a pair of hits yesterday and 3 hits on Friday night's game. The 0-1, inside and low. Oh, you made your own football video that you edited. That's really cool. I'll have to check it out. So how do you know Jack Miller? Jack Miller is our new sports director at Rowan University. The 1-1. Up high for ball 2. It's nice that the Phillies do have a scheduled off day tomorrow as they head for this 12-game road trip. 2-1. Bounced foul down the first base side. Well, the Cubs played the Cardinals today as they were playing in the London series. And we'll get to, we'll talk more about the scores, the out-of-town scores in the 4th inning, but that was a pretty good series. The 2-2 to Marsh, way outside for ball 3. All right, so Boehm's at second. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Marsh has a full count on him. Carrasco getting ready to third his 33rd pitch. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The payoff pitch fouled off the foot of Brandon Marsh. The pitch was inside. It was a slider coming in at 87, and Marsh has to step out of the batter's box just to walk things off. Yeah, that's not really That's not really comfortable when it goes off of your back foot like that, and you just foul it off yourself. That's yikes. That hurts. Just sub Snowman. There we go. That's how we do it. That's how we build relationships, man. Doggy says, no, I made my own football video that I edited. That crew, I'll get to your, that Chev, I'll get to your question in a second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the kick and the pitch. Ground ball, foul again. And Carrasco would try to go at it. He went with a changeup that time, and Bohm has to go back to second. When do you think Harper gets his next home run? That's a good question. I think that the power is eventually going to come, but hopefully in the Cubs series it does. I don't know if it'll be today. Payoff pitch to Marsh. Ground ball, gobbled up by McNeil. Throws over to second, and the throw is in plenty of time for the third and final out of the inning. No runs. Bohm left in scoring position, and we go to the top of the third inning. Phillies are up 1-0. Okay. Here we go. All right, guys. First of all, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We want to reach 600 subscribers today. Man, that's all we ask for. We have 35 people on here. Hit that thumbs up button. Algo people, do your thing. All right. So, since we go to the top of the third inning, for those of you that are new to the channel, this is what we do. All right. This is our little regimen, if you will, I guess. So today is Sunday, June 25th. All right. So we have to wish the following people a happy birthday. We have some basketball players, and we have some baseball players that we have to wish a happy birthday today. Happy birthday to Carlos Delgado. Carlos Delgado, happy birthday to you, man. Guy that played for the Mets and had a really great career even before the Mets. He is 51 years old today. Aramis Ramirez. Wow, that's crazy. 22, so he would be 45 years old today. Willis Reed. Happy birthday to Willis Reed. And he is 71. David Gilmour. I was thinking of Pink Floyd. Doug Gilmour. Forgot about that. Was born in 1963. Happy birthday to Doug Gilmour. And Dikembe Mutombo, the former 76er. Happy birthday to Dikembe Mutombo. June 25th, 1966. Doggy Squad, your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday to you, Doggy Squad. You know, you just gave me a good idea. I think that what I'm going to try to do is eventually I am going to have members pretty soon. Well, I'll talk more about it during the break, actually. Oh, boy. All right, first pitch to Brett Beatty is up high and inside for ball 1. Of course, dude. I'll get to your question that you asked you before in a little bit. The 1-0, inside and high for ball 2. So 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Mets in the top of the third inning. Phillies lead it 1-0 on a solo homer by Trey Turner in the bottom of the first. The pitch at the knees, a 96-mile-per-hour heater for a called strike. 2-1. Wheeler in the stretch. And the pitch, swing and the miss. And the count is 2-2. They're trying to shop Tobias Harris. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. 2-2. Line drive. Hit back over to Trey Turner. And Turner's going to have to eat that one up. And it'll be an infield single by Brett Beatty. Almost got through the hole. Turner had to backhand it. And made the right play just by eating it up and not making a throw over to first. A fastball down the middle, and McNeil actually almost slipped out of the batter's box as soon as he was running. Almost lost his footing. That's the second hit of the day for the New York Mets. This time it's a leadoff single in the top of the third inning. First pitch to Omar Narvaez It's on the outside corner. Oh and 1. Wheeler gets the signs from Realmuto, kicks and fires, and it's fouled off. So Doggy said, what do you think the Phillies' final record is going to be? I don't know, but hopefully they get to 90 wins. That, I think, should be the goal. The goal really should be to win the division, but it's going to be tough now. The 0-2 line drive into right field for a base hit, and McNeil is going to round second. He'll think about going over to third, and he does. The throw is cut off by Turner, and it is a back-to-back single as Brett Beatty, my mistake, it goes over to third base. McNeil lined out to end the inning. So back-to-back base hits. Hitting a good spot out to right field, and Zach Wheeler in a little bit of trouble now. Nobody out. 2 runners on as Brandon Nimmo comes back up, and we flip the lineup card. First pitch, a slider that's taken for a ball. 92 wins at best. 85, says Larry. Okay. Doggy Squad, I appreciate you for coming on here, man. Thank you. I love you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. The 1-0 popped up down the first base side. It's in foul territory. Bohm loses it, but he makes the catch. And the throw back to home plate is made to keep the runner at third. Man, Bohm had to battle the sun. He almost lost it and found it at almost the very last second and was at the right spot at the right time. And he made the catch in foul territory on the track. 1 away as Nimmo fouls out. And Starlin Marte will step up to the dish. The first pitch, inside and high, a sinker at 96. Mets, with a runner on third and less than 2 outs, they've been able to score 6 out of 9 times in the third inning this season. The 1-0, swing and a miss. What a nice sweeper that was. He hasn't thrown that pitch too often today. And maybe he wants to start utilizing that now. Runners at the corners. Narvaez at first, Beatty at third. They got on with back-to-back singles. 1-1 to Marte. The pitch, and it hits Marte on the backhand, and that's going to load the bases. So he gets on, and I think it got the bottom pinky of his left hand, and the athletic trainer's going to go out there to see if he's all right. As he signaled for the trainer to come out. Yikes. Oof, boy. That is the last thing that you wanted to see. It hit his right hand, not his left hand. So the trainer goes out there. There's Buck Showalter, too. Takes off the glove. We're looking at it, and he will stay in the ball game, and we'll go over to first. So Marte's now at first, and Beatty is over at second. Narvaez is over at second. And that brings up Francisco Lindor with the bases loaded. He flew out to left his first time up. He's batting on the left side again. During his career, he has a .318 batting average with the bases loaded. He does have a grand slam this season. Phillies have to try to work their way out of a jam. Defense playing at a double play depth. Wheeler has to try to get out of the inning against his former ball club. First pitch, line drive foul down the first base side, and it hits the net. That fastball was down the heart and soul of the plate. Just don't want to leave anything low in the zone for him. Try to throw the pitches a little bit up high and maybe go outside. 0-1, JT with the signs. The pitch, swing and a miss. He went with an outside and high fastball at 97. It was at the head level. Pete Alonso waits on deck. Boy, would it be great if the Phillies could get out of this inning before facing him. 0-2 to Lindor. Phillies lead it 1-0. But the bases are loaded for the Mets in the top of the third. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. A 98-mile-per-hour fastball, and Francisco Lindor strikes out. Back-to-back high heaters. And there's 2 away. So now any out will end the inning. And that strikeout was absolutely huge. Talk about how the Phillies have been struggling with runners on base. The Mets, they have been too. First pitch to Alonso, just below the knees for a ball at 97 miles per hour. Alonso has a 200 batting average with the bases loaded. 3 grand slams in his career. Over at third is Beatty. Over at second is Narvaez. The 1-0 pitch. There's a little blooper hit out to center field, and Turner can't get there. Drops in for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes Narvaez, and he comes in to score 2. Stopping over at third is Marte, and it's a 2-run bloop single out to center field, and the Mets take the lead 2-1. Nothing that you could really do with that pitch. Just Pete Alonso showing off the power. It was a high fastball. And Turner just got out of reach. He tried to turn over the shoulder and make the reverse sliding catch, but just was out of reach. It was not his fault at all whatsoever. A 2-run bloop single by Pete Alonso. And now Caleb Cotham is going to, I believe, go out there to talk things over. Nope, it's just a regular conversation on the mound. So the Mets have a 2-1 lead. And Daniel Vogelbach will step up to the plate. The problem is, though, even though that ball wasn't necessarily hit that hard, hitting Marte and getting the other 2 guys, Narvaez and Beatty, to get on, that was not helpful whatsoever. Vogelbach, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, is 5 for 15 this season. His batting average is low, but in these types of situations, he tends to come through. Runners at the corners. Mets lead it 2-1. Pitch number 1 is a curveball at the knees for a called strike. 83 miles per hour. What is up, Megan? What is up? What is up, Izzy? And what's up, Zach, man? Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate you guys, and I love you all so much. The 0-1, another curveball at the same spot on the outside corner. And Vogelbach not happy with the call from Eric Backus. But it was certainly a strike at the knees. 0-2. 20 pitches in this inning alone for Zach Wheeler. He has 50 total pitches in 2.2 innings of work. The 0-2 to Vogelbach. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it as Zach Wheeler strikes out the side. But the Mets get 2 runs on a bloop single by Pete Alonso. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. Phillies trail it 2-1 at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Okay. All right, so we go to the bottom of the third inning. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I see that we just got 1 subscriber. If you just subscribe to my channel, be sure that you shout yourself out. Also, please make sure that you comment down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Our goal is to get to 600 subscribers by the end of today's cast. Please also make sure that you go follow Snowman Multimedia and Rising Rhino. For sure. Go follow their channels and Doggy Squad Bricks too. All right? We want to continue to grow the family. All right, so on this date, okay, it's the bottom of the third, so we do an on this date history in sports. Let me look at our calendar. So on this date, on June 25th, 1976, okay, so that was 47 years ago. 47 years ago on this date, Toby Harrah of the Rangers had a bizarre day during a doubleheader against the White Sox at Arlington Stadium. All right, he became the first shortstop in Major League history to play an entire twin bill without a fielding chance. That means, he played the whole 2 games without getting a chance at the field. Harrah makes waves offensively, however, and he collects 6 hits in 8 at-bats, including a walk-off grand slam in the opener to cap a 5-run Texas 9th inning and an 8-4 victory. He would then drive in 3 runs in the second tilt, including a 2-run homer, but Chicago would win 14-9. And that is your fun fact of the day. 9-1-2 due up for the Phillies as Edmundo Sosa will step up to the plate. And the 1-0 pitch, it's lifted out to right field. That's going back to the warning track. Marte reaches up and he can't make the catch. It goes off the wall. Sosa can fly. He's going over to third base and he'll stay put over there. Marte had a chance of catching it. I think he lost it in the sun. It was going back to the warning track. It didn't even hit the top of the wall. But it's a leadoff triple in the bottom of the third. And the Mets' defensive woes continue. That was right towards the herd sign, and Marte just lost it. And it was just out of reach. I think that he anticipated that it was going to be a little bit more in front of him by the time he got there. And he didn't anticipate that the wind was going to take it a little bit more towards his left. But that is a big mistake there. A leadoff triple by Edmundo Sosa. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. First pitch down low. So the Phillies could try to tie this game back up or go back in front. They trail 2-1. The 1-0 in the dirt. Again, a changeup. Eddie wants to know if I watch Joe Buck on Fox and ESPN. I do. Yeah, sometimes I do. That's the 17th triple of the season for the Phillies. The 2-0 is outside and way up high for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. On deck is Trey Turner. We got 37 lovely people on here. I appreciate you all so much for coming on and for joining the play-by-play with JJ community. The pitch outside, and Schwarber gets on with a walk. Oh boy, I messed that one up. That's fine. A walk puts runners at the corners. Ugh. Okay. There is a conversation on the mound going on right now as Trey Turner comes back up to the plate. He hit a solo homer his first time up. That was in the bottom of the first. See, I wasn't necessarily that big of a fan of Joe Buck at first when I heard him do baseball, like during the World Series with my Phillies, but he's had, since he got the reps, he's gotten better. Even though he doesn't do it anymore, but for football, he's done a lot better too. Turner comes up, runners at the corners, nobody out in the bottom of the third. Pitch number 1, swing and a miss. The slider was low and away. Sosa at third, Schwarber at first. A base hit up the middle could tie the game back. The 0-1. Ground ball right through the hole in the left field. Sosa comes in to score. Schwarber stops at second, and the Phillies tie it back. An RBI single by Trey Turner. It's now 2-2. The throw was cut off over at shortstop by Francisco Lindor. And that's the third base runner that has gotten on in the bottom of the third inning. Turner has driven in both RBI today. And there's Starlin Marte out in right field, still shaking his head. Phillies making him pay. Castellanos comes up, and the first pitch is a little dribbler that's hit back over towards the pitcher, and the throw over to first is in time. It was a little awkward because he tried to foul it off, and it was a very high hopper hit back towards Carlos Carrasco, and he threw it over to first, but the runners do advance. They go to second and third. Schwarber at third and Turner at second, so they do advance, and Bryce Harper is due up next. Here comes Bryce. Pitch number 1 at the knees, but it looked like it was at the knees, but it was called a ball by Eric Backus. Boy, a base hit would be absolutely huge for Harper here. The 1-0 to Bryce. Taken down low again for ball 2. Exactly, Larry. Absolutely. In the on-deck circle is Realmuto. 2-0. Carrasco kicks, fires the pitch. Down low again. A changeup in the dirt for ball 3. Harper being very patient during this at-bat. And that's what happens when you're not getting the call on the first pitch. The 3-0. Again down low, and that's going to reload the bases. 2 walks issued by Carrasco in this inning. And the bases are loaded for Realmuto. In some ways, I wonder if that was just an intentional walk. That I don't know. But JT this season with the bases loaded is 2 for 9 with 5 runs batted in. Phillies trying to take the lead back. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. JT's been in a little bit of a flunk lately. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. A good slider thrown by Carrasco, and JT was not waiting around for it. He chased after it. I mean, the least you could do here is try to get a productive out and hit just a deep fly ball. The 0-2. That time JT takes it all the way. It was a changeup at 89. Carrasco already has 17 pitches in just this third inning alone. 52 on the day. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He went with the slider that he threw previously, and JT fished on after it, and that's the third strikeout of the day. And he will head back to the dugout. That's the second time that he has struck out. The good news, though, is Bryson Stott is coming up, and he's starting to see the ball really well once again. Bases loaded, 2-2. And he takes the first pitch outside. Stott is one of the top hitters in the National League. The 1-0 to Stott, outside and low again. Larry says not a Hall of Fame at bat, and he brings that up because we were talking about whether or not JT is a Hall of Famer, or will be a Hall of Famer by the time he retires, if he has another good couple of seasons. 2-0 to Stott. The pitch in the dirt again for ball 3. Dominic Leone is warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. in case this gets ugly. There's no place to put Stott. He leads the count 3-0. All you got to do now is be patient here, and time will be called by Narvaez. And the Philly fanatic, who's not so happy, is like, just get on base. Just score some runs here. Come on. As he hugs a fan. Carrasco shaking his head as they go back to everybody goes back to their spots. Stott has 87 hits coming into today. He needs 3 more to get 90. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch at the knees, a four-seam fastball for a called strike. Obviously, you didn't want to give him the green light there. Narvaez wants to go over signs, and he does so. Eric Bacus tells him to come on back. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded for the Phillies in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, though. It's 2-2. The pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line. What a throw that was by the ball girl. She made a really good throw. Big payoff pitch coming up in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, bases loaded. Phillies up, the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball out to left field, and it's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. And Stott does stay alive. Bryson is 25 years old. And he's 1 for 5 lifetime against Carlos Carrasco. He's struck out once. The 3-2 pitch, line drive into center field, and it will be caught by Nimmo for out number 3. It was hit sharply, but the side is retired. The Phillies do get 1 back thanks to an RBI single by Trey Turner, but they do leave the bases loaded. And we go to the top of the 4th. Phillies and Mets tied 2-2. I can't necessarily fault Stott there, though, because he hit it really sharply. So, he really hit the ball in the nose. Oh, no. All right. Yep, here we go. So now we go to the top of the 4th inning, which means it is time to take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. But before we do that, please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Our goal is to get to 600 subscribers and have 600 people become a part of the Play-by-Play with JJ family. We cover Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and Patriots games. That's what we do on here. We try not to miss a lot of games. And we're doing a pretty good job for the most part trying to keep up with everything. All right, so let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboards. So when we take a look around the league, first of all, we have some final scores. Well, we only have one, and that is the London game, as the Cardinals won 7-5 against the Chicago Cubs. So the Cardinals were able to win the game. And also going on right now, the Twins and the Tigers are tied 3-3. That's going to the top of the 9th inning in Tigerland. Phillies and Mets tied 2-2 as we go to the top of the 4th. Mariners and Orioles, they're also tied 2-2 as they're in the bottom of the 4th inning in Baltimore. Rangers have a 3-2 lead against the Yankees in the top of the 4th inning, and the Jays beating the A's 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. It's the top of the 3rd in Cincinnati, but the Reds are losing 3-0 against the Braves. Rays and Royals tied up at 1 in knots in the bottom of the 4th. Guardians trail 4-1 to the Brewers at Progressive Field in the top of the 4th inning. And then the Marlins and Pirates are taking on one another. It's 1-0 as they go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 Marlins. And the Red Sox and White Sox go to the top of the 3rd as they are scoreless. Here's Zach Wheeler back out there for his 4th frame of work. And it's 1-0 to Tommy Pham. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. It's down low and inside for ball 2. Long ball McGlovin. What is up? How we doing? Thanks for coming on here. Guys, please go check out Long Ball McGlovin and make sure that you give my man a follow and turn that bell icon for him as well. The 2-0 fouled off, grounded foul down the third base line. The D-backs are taking on the Giants at 4:05 in San Francisco at Oracle Park. Nationals and Padres wrapping up their 3-game series as they play at Petco Park. And tonight's game, well, it's a World Series rematch between the Astros and the Dodgers at 7 o'clock. The 2-1. It's lined into center field. Jogging back is Brandon Marsh, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Good job by Brandon Marsh. He got a very good read on it. And there's one out. Tommy Pham lines out into center field, and Jeff McNeil due up next. He lined out to Zach Wheeler his last time up. So 2 runs for both teams. Phillies had a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first thanks to a solo homer by Trey Turner. First pitch to McNeil is popped up, and it's fouled off behind the plate. Then the Mets would take a 2-1 lead on an RBI bloop single by Pete Alonso in the top of the third inning, and then the Phillies would answer right back in the bottom of the third on an RBI single by Trey Turner. The 0-1 in the dirt, a curveball. One and one. Wheeler kicks, fires, and it's at the knees for a called strike. Wheeler just recorded his 100th strikeout of the season. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Make that now 102 strikeouts on the season. He got his 100th when he struck out Tommy Pham. And then his 101st was against Francisco Lindor. Actually, scratch that. It's now 103 because Vogelbach struck out too. Struck out twice today. Nonetheless, there's 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch number 1. It's taken down low to Brett Beatty, who singled in the 3rd and scored a run. He's hitting .241 on the season with 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 95 miles per hour. Well, they said it was supposed to rain today, and I don't want to jinx anything, but the weather looks really, really nice. The 1-1, just a little bit up high. Max Scherzer got the win in yesterday afternoon's game for the Mets as he went 6 innings, only allowed 2 earned runs and had 8 Ks. The 2-1, swing and a miss again on a slider at 92. Christopher Sanchez didn't pitch too bad. He went 5 innings, but did allow 3 earned runs and had 4 Ks, and he got the loss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch fouled off again. The Phillies did take game 1 of this series, though, as they won 5-1. That was on Friday night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. In the top of the 4th, it's a 2-2 game. Wheeler kicks, steals, the pitch. Grounded foul again down the first base side. Narvaez waits on deck. Wheeler gets back on the mound and gets the signs from Realmuto. The 2-2. Outside again. That time it went way outside for ball 3. The New York Mets, right after this series is done, they will be taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in a 4-game set. 3-2, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Brett Beatty has his 2nd single of the day. Marsh gets over to it and throws it in towards the infield. And it's cut off by Stott. So 2 singles by Brett Beatty. That slider was hanging just a little bit over the middle, and he had enough contact to put it in play. Here comes Narvaez, batting on the left side, and he takes a fastball up high for ball one. After they face Milwaukee, the Mets, they then will head to San Francisco and play at Oracle Park on Friday, June 30th to Sunday, July 2nd. The 1-0 by Wheeler, way outside. And they have an off day, and we'll go to Arizona. They actually play at home in against San Francisco and at home against Milwaukee. So it's in New York at Citi Field. My mistake. The 2-0 on the outside corner on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. It's funny, every time I look behind home plate now, I'm still expecting to see one of my family friends because I saw him go to a game a couple weeks ago against Seattle. Here's the delivery, and it's fouled off again. 20 pitches in just this inning alone for Zach Wheeler. He already has 71, so he has to be a little bit cautious, and hopefully he can have a quick fifth inning once the fourth inning is done. Just has to get through this. Narvaez up at the plate. Nimmo waits on deck. The 2-2 by Wheeler is up high again. Starting to lose command of that fastball. You can see that his hand is starting to sweat a little bit, and he's not getting the best grip, it looks like. Full count to Narvaez. The pitch fouled off. Runner did go, but has to go back to first. And we'll go at it again. 37 people on here. I appreciate you all so much for coming on here and for joining me on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. 3-2. Wheeler gets the signs. Big payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. It's up high, and Narvaez walks over to first. The fastball was way up high, and he lost it, and, well, it's not what you were hoping for. So Beatty and Narvaez have gotten on 2 times each. Here comes Nimmo, and he takes the first pitch up high for ball one. What does it say? Wilderness Life? Is that what it says? Yeah, Wilderness Life. Are you a Phillies fan? I am a Phillies fan, but I love calling all Phillies games, but I just love calling games, period. The 1-0. It's grounded into right field for a base hit. And rounded third coming in to score is Narvaez, and he gets in there safely. Beatty, that is. And it's an RBI single by Brandon Nimmo. And the Mets retake the lead 3-2. So it was with 2 outs, nobody was on. Beatty got on with a single. Narvaez walked, and Brandon Nimmo cashes in Brett Beatty on the RBI single. And the Mets lead it now 3-2. It was a line drive into right field past the diving stop of Stott. It was pulled over towards the right side. Mets lead it 3-2, and Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to try to calm things down with Zach Wheeler. How about you, Wilderness Life? That is such a tongue twister for me. Wilderness. Oh, it's wilderness. My gosh, why didn't I think about that? Wilderness Life. Are you a Phillies fan yourself? Or are you a Mets fan? Or are you just a baseball fan? Or do you not like baseball and you just happen to be on here? Which I doubt. I did have one person that was like that, though, that I didn't know. Some of my friends tune in, but some of them don't watch sports. That's okay, because we get along with everybody on here. Mets lead at 3-2. Runners at the corners, 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning, and Schwarber Marte will step back up to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss on a sweeper at 85 miles per hour that was low in the zone. Marte got on twice today. He got hit by a pitch and singled. His batting average has gone up to .261. Wheeler gets the signs, and here's the pitch. Outside and low again. Coke on Phillies. That is what E4... Oh, come on, Phillies. Thought you were putting some Diet Mountain Dew or some Coke, and that's what you're betting. You're betting on Coke with somebody. You win a bet, you win a Coke. You lose a bet, you owe them a Coke. The pitch, fouled off. I had a friend, I was watching, I think it was the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and he had to get me a beer if Tom Brady got a touchdown on that drive, and he did, so he got me a Jack Daniels, and that made me very happy that night. The 1-2, that's outside and low for ball 2. I really didn't want to get up. I don't know why. I was just so comfy on that couch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mets lead at 3-2. The pitch. It's a hopper that's hit foul towards the tarp at the third base side. 4th inning Blues again. You mean the jitters? Yeah. Well, Matt Strom is warming up in the bullpen. Caleb Cotham made a call to the bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Marte. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from JT, but the throw over to first is just in time, and Marte is out. Side is retired, but the Mets do retake the lead on an RBI single by Brandon Nimmo as 6 men came up to the plate, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies are down 3-2. All right, guys, I got to take a quick step off because I got to stretch, and I got to also go get myself some water, so I will be right back in just a few moments. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. We got to reach 600 subscribers. If you know somebody else that would love this content, please tell them about this channel, and let's continue to grow the family. All right, love you all, and we'll be right back. All right, we just made it back in time. Here's Alec Boehm. First pitch, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Alec Bohm gets on with a leadoff single as the throw was cut off. And it just missed Carlos Carrasco. I mean, by milliseconds. Almost drilled him. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Phillies trail 3-2. Marsh is up at the plate. Bohm at first. And Marsh has to get out of the way of that one as it was low and inside. Almost hit him on the foot. Everybody's almost getting hit by baseballs. It's like dodgeball. 1-0. Carrasco still on the bump. The pitch. Down low again. A changeup at 86. Phil's pitching. Larry says Phil's pitching has given up 4 runs or less in 19 of 23 games this month. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Marsh has been seeing the ball really well over the last couple of games and pretty much during this homestand, as I mentioned his last at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fouled off. Two and two. Bohm at first. Throw back to first is not in time as Bohm dives back in there safely. There was no tag applied by Pete Alonso. The Phillies are 39-37 on the season. They are 2 games above 500. The 2-2. Ground ball. Hit back towards first base. The throw over the second. There's one. The throw back to first is not in time. Good play by Pete Alonso as he played it on 2 hops, threw it over to second base to get the lead runner out, which was Alec Bohm, and Lindor was there, and he made the throw over to first, but there was no shot that Marsh was going to be out. So it's a fielder's choice ground out, and there's one away. Clouds are starting to creep in now, and they don't look so friendly, but the sun is still shining. So definitely keep your eyes on that. Sosa tripled his last time up, out to right field, and he takes the slider at the knees, just below the knees, actually. Phillies are 3rd in the NL East. The 1-0 on the inside corner, again at the knees for a called strike. Mets are 4th in the NL East. So we'll take a look at the standings in just a few moments. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The changeup was inside, and it was also low. And the count is 1-2. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. The tying runs at first. The go-ahead runs at the plate. Throw back to first again to get Marsh, not in time. Dives back in there safely and gets in with the right hand. Snowman says, let's get JJ to 600 subs and help me get to 700. Please be sure to go subscribe to his channel. Throw back to first again, not in time. Ooh, that was pretty close. Another time that Carrasco is disengaged. Dominic Leone is warming up in the bullpen once again. It's his 2nd inning that he's done that. The 1-2. It's grounded foul. Marsh decided to go, but he has to go back to first. And he jogs on back over there. It just seems like every time that he tries to steal a base, there's either a foul ball or there's a fly out during this homestand. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Sosa strikes out on a 4-seamer at 91 miles per hour, and that's the 4th K of the day for Carlos Carrasco. Whew, man, that fastball had a lot of life to it. And there's 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber is up. Boy, would it be really nice to see him try to get on. Or better yet, hit a homer. Wake this crowd up a little bit. First pitch to Schwarber. Fouled off down the first base side. Schwarber's batting average is at 182, but his on-base percentage is at 324, and he's slugging at 433. 0-1. The pitch. A swing and a miss on a 94-mile-per-hour heater. That was on the upper third of the strike zone. Would have been a controversial call if he would have just let that one go. Marsh at first. Phillies trail 3-2, the 0-2. Outside and way up high. The 1-2 pitch. Lay it off. So the Phillies have an off day tomorrow as they go to Chicago. And then they come back home against the Nationals. But then have a big road trip coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fouled off. So they play the Nationals at home on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They play at 6:05 on Friday night. It's an early game. And then 4:05 on Saturday and 1:35 on Sunday. So night games during the week and afternoon games on the weekend. 2-2 pitch, another foul ball. And Schwarber stays alive. 7 pitches, and he's making Carrasco work here. 6 pitches, but this will be the 7th one coming up. The Phillies then go to Tampa Bay, and they face the Rays for a 3-game set starting on Tuesday, July 4th. And then they will play in Miami after that series. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out. There's back-to-back Ks for Carlos Carrasco. And the side is retired. No runs. 1 man left. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies trail 3-2 against the Mets. Okay. I'm trying to keep my energy down a little bit. I do apologize, guys, if you notice that my energy's been a little bit down. I'm trying to keep it a little bit down even though the Phillies are losing and the Mets retook the lead. Because my voice is, it's not hoarse or anything. It's not starting to go, but I feel a little bit of a difference. So I'm not trying to push as much with my voice. So just bear with me, if that makes sense. Please make sure that you like. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon too so that way you know when I upload or when I go live. I love you all so much and I appreciate you all so much for being on here. You guys are the best. We got 36 people on here. Let's continue to grow the play-by-play with JJ family and also the Snowman Multimedia family. Please make sure that you go subscribe to Snowman Multimedia. He posted his link down below in the chat. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was wondering if he was going to get kicked for that because I was thinking to myself, well, we got rid of the bots, so, or we got rid of that bot, so, yes. And if you subscribe to my channel, I will give you a shout-out. So if you want a shout-out from me, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that red subscribe button. You guys are the best. You guys are absolutely the best. How many likes do we have on here, man? We got 32 people watching, and we have 30 likes. That is awesome. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. And comment down below, as always, too. Cheers. L'chaim. Here's Francisco Lindor, who shoots this one out to right field. That's going back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. So Zach Wheeler comes out there for another inning of work, and Francisco Lindor hits a leadoff home run in the top of the 5th inning. And the Mets extend their lead 4-2. A fastball right down Broad Street. It's another home run for Francisco Lindor this season. And Pete Alonso will step up to the plate. That thing was absolutely crushed. Here's Alonso, who swings and misses at pitch number 1. Mets have a 4-2 lead on a solo missile that was drilled out to right field. The 0-1 to Alonso, just a hair down low. Takes the curveball at 84. And Francisco Lindor continues to swing the ball really well. Swing the bat really well. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Pete Alonso put the Mets on the board as he had a 2-run single in the 3rd. Phillies trail 4-2. We were out there for his 5th inning of work. Started off pretty good and has not been his sharpest. The 1-2. On the outside corner, called strike 3. It looked like it was off the plate, but Alonso gets called out on strikes. And there's 1 out. Alonso's shaking his head no. Wow. I'm interested to see when the robotic umps are going to come in. Here's Vogelbach. We were in the stretch, and the pitch, a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that is swung on and missed. So the Mets have 4 runs on 7 hits today so far. Phillies have 2 runs on 5 hits. The 0-1, a dribbler hit back towards the first base side, and Vogelbach, who does not have a lot of speed, is out by a mile as Bohm tags the bag. He's looking over at Buck Showalter, and he was like, "What are we doing?" And he was just smiling. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Nobody on. Mets have a 4-2 lead against the Phillies. And Tommy Pham lays off the first pitch. Pham struck out and lined out today. 1-0. Wheeler kicks, fires, and that pitch is hit back up the middle for another base hit, and Tommy Pham gets another hit in the month of June. And he goes 1 for 3 so far today on another 2-out base hit by New York. Wheeler clearly is running out of gas, to say the least. 91 pitches, and he's allowed 4 runs in 4 2/3 of an inning. Here's Jeff McNeil, who comes up, and he swings and pops that one up, and it's out of play. So Tommy Pham was on a 7-game hitting streak, but has gotten a hit in 8 out of his last 9 games. McNeil is up 0-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back again. Mets have been doing a good job against the Phillies over the last couple of years or so. And even though the Phillies went to the World Series last year, they really struggled against the Mets. And the Mets almost won the NL East. But at the very end of the season, the Braves got hot, and they were right behind the Mets the entire time, and were able to capture that. 0-2. Wheeler throws back to first, and it's not in time to get Pham. Jeff McNeil comes into this ball game with 269 at-bats, and that is 3rd on the Mets team. He's 2nd on the team in hits. The 0-2, swing and a miss, 97 miles per hour on the gun, another strikeout by Zach Wheeler. The Mets do get a big run, though. And that was on a solo homer on the first pitch of the inning by Francisco Lindor. Bottom of the fifth we go. Phillies down 4-2. Ugh. All right, guys. What are we in the bottom of the fifth now? Yes, we are. Yes, sir. 36 people on here. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. Alco people, do your thing. I give you this content for free. Let's get to the 600 mark today, man. We need 10 more subscribers to reach 600. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Algorithm people, where are you guys at? Do your thing, man. We got 30 likes on here. Let's get to 50. Let's do that. I don't think that's too much to ask for. But I love you all so much, and I can't thank you all enough for being on here. You guys have done some awesome, awesome stuff. So it means a lot. We got 33 likes. Awesome. Sick. 34 people are on here. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Hit the thumbs up button. Cheers. Phillies haven't won a series versus the Mets in almost 2 years. Yep. That is correct. All right, after this inning, I'm going to just take the hat off now. That feels a lot better. I don't know why. I just feel like my hair becomes a little bit more. I think it's just because of the pressure of the headphones. That's why it becomes a little bit more stiff, if that makes sense. And I feel like I need to stretch it and have some more space. All right, bottom of the fifth inning, Phillies down 4-2. As Larry mentioned, the Phillies have not won a series against the Mets in almost 2 years. Dominic Leone comes in to pitch as Carlos Carrasco's day is done. He won't be in line to get the loss. He's actually in line to get the win. Oh, no, he's not because he didn't go 5 innings. So my mistake. Here's Trey Turner, who swings and misses at the first pitch. Trey has driven in both runs for the Phillies today. He had a solo homer in the bottom of the first, and then an RBI single his last time up in the bottom of the third. Get to Leon's stats in just a few seconds. The 0-1, outside and low. And the count is 1-1. So Leon is on the mound. He's the first reliever today. In 19.2 innings of work, he's allowed 12 earned runs, and he has 16 Ks. The pitch, outside. He's 31 years old, from Norwich, Connecticut, and stands at 5'10". 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Turner is outside again. He also has a 1.32 whip and a 5.49 ERA. Last time out, he allowed 4 earned runs. That's why his ERA is a little bit high. That was against the Houston Astros. Mets did lose that game 10-8. The 3-1. Outside and low, and Turner draws a leadoff walk. And that gives the tying run a chance to come up to the plate. Phillies looking to get a little bit of noise as Nick Castellanos is due up. Leon with 5 pitches. It was a 5-pitch walk. Here's Castellanos, steps into the batter's box, and the first pitch, a slider that's in the dirt. We do got a battle here. Rise and Rhino, thanks for coming on here. Post your link down below, too, so that people can subscribe. Throw back over to first to get Turner is not in time. Oh, man, I did not anticipate that coming. And Turner got back in there safely. 10 subs till we reach 600, baby. Let's go. 1 ball, no strikes to Castellanos, who struck out in the first and grounded out to Carrasco, his last time up. The 1-0 pitch. It's way outside, and Turner swipes second base without a throw. He's in scoring position. Nobody was covering the bag anyways, but he would have been safe by a mile. They tried to pitch out, and there wouldn't have been a play. Good jump by Trey Turner. McNeil didn't even go to second base. 2 balls, no strikes to Nick Castellanos, and Turner's going to go over to third. The throw over to third is not in time, and it gets away from the third baseman. It goes out in the left field. Turner's going to come in to score. 4-3, and Trey Turner gets a standing ovation from the Philly fans, and it's now a 4-3 deficit. The throw was wide by the catcher Narvaez over to third base. Beatty could not get over there. Turner had a good jump, and he just cruised on in. 3 balls, no strikes to Castellanos. The pitch, outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up by Leon. Well, that certainly sparks a little bit of a plug and gives the crowd an energy boost for sure. Let's go. And now time is called. Philly fans getting loud now. How about 2 stolen bases by Trey Turner? And he comes in to score on an E2. And here comes Bryce Harper. The tying run's at first. The go-ahead run is up at the plate. Harper, unfortunately, is 0 for 3 lifetime against Dominic Leone. The good news is that he's walked twice. He's wearing his bright green Fanatic cleats. First pitch to Harper, way up high and inside. A cutter at 93. And he got out of the way. Harper is 0 for 1. He walked in the third and grounded out to first. The 1-0 on the outside corner, taken for a called strike. Realmuto does wait on deck. He has struck out twice. Last time he was up, the bases were loaded and he struck out. 1-1. And that pitch is on the outside corner. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. When Leon is located in that fastball, that can absolutely be deadly. 1-2 to Harper. Nobody out. And Castellanos at first in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Inside and low. So Trey Turner, who got on with a walk, stole second base, stole third base, and advanced to home on an E2. The 2-2 to Harper. Fly ball out to left field as it's hit towards the warning track, and making the catch out in left field for out number 1 is Tommy Pham, and Castellanos goes back to first. Harper did not get enough. And JT comes up with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. So Trey Turner's stolen bases, he stole number 14 and number 15 on the season. Here's JT, and he lays that one off. It's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Wow. He's 0 for 2 lifetime against Dominic Leone with a strikeout. And he has struck out twice today, as I mentioned. The 1-0 fouled off. Leone has not pitched in this series so far. It's the first time he's facing the Phillies. The 1-1. Good eye. Leone is 31 years old. He's a right-handed pitcher who's been in the league for quite some time. 2-1 pitch, fly ball out to center field. It's going back, and Nimmo gets underneath it towards the warning track and makes the catch, and Castellanos goes back to first. Phillies cannot leave anybody on base, and it was a good thing that Trey Turner stole both of those bases and came in to score. So Harper flies out, Realmuto flies out too, and here's Bryson Stott. Castellanos still over at first. 2 walks were issued in this inning by Leone, and Stott lays off the first pitch as it was way outside. Leone started off his career with the Seattle Mariners. Played with them for 2 seasons, then got traded at the trade deadline to Arizona in 2015. The 1-0 to Stott. That ball is lifted out to deep right field. It's going back to the warning track. Marte just has enough room, and he makes the catch in front of the out-of-town scoreboard. The side is retired. The Phillies do get 1 run back, though, as Trey Turner got on with a walk, stole 2 bases, and came home on a E2. And they trail 4-3 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Wow. He just missed it. Maybe a couple more feet than he would have had it. Oh, man, that would have been huge. Oh, boy. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too, and hit that notification bell icon so that way you know when I upload or whenever I go live. We got 38 awesome people on here. All right, hit that red subscribe button. We need 10 more subs, 10 more subscribers until we reach 600, man. Larry wants to know, have the Mets ever had a catcher who could throw out runners? Not over the past 20 years that I could think of since I've been watching Phillies baseball. LaDuca? I don't know if LaDuca could throw out runners because I didn't watch LaDuca that much. I saw the end of his career. Travis d'Arnaud could, but they got rid of d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud's the only one I can think of. Seriously. And Alvarez might be that guy. Gary Carter won, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. Wow. Stott just missed that homer, man. Carter back in the day. That's what Rising Rhino says. Yep. I guess so. d'Arnaud can throw out runners now. He's pretty good defensively. I mean, he wasn't the best, but he could still gun people out. It's not like Yadier Molina-esque. He's terrible? It's not that bad. He's not the greatest, but I don't know. I think he's good. No, he's not. Piazza. No, Piazza defensively, I know offensively he was really good. Offensively, he was a great player. But defensively, he wasn't always as sharp as. Donna, thanks for coming on here, though. I really do appreciate it. You're the best, Donna. I love having you come on here. I love seeing you on here. Certainly brings a smile to my face, and I can't thank you enough. Did you ever watch Moneyball? Of course. Yes. It's a great movie. For sure. It is a great movie. First pitch to Beatty. That's lifted out to left field, and going back is Schwarber. It's going back to the track to the wall, and Schwarber leaps up to make the catch. Kyle Schwarber with a nice catch out in left field. Wow. Huh. Made the catch right at the track and took away an extra base hit to Beatty. How about that? Good job by Kyle Schwarber just to get over there and just take away an extra base hit. There's one away. So Wheeler's still pitching in the top of the 6th inning. It's 4-3 New York. I don't know how he got over there to make that catch right by the NovaCare sign. Wow. That was nice. So there's one away, and Omar Narvaez comes up. He's 1 for 1 today, but he's gotten on base twice. The first pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. Narvaez is 1 for 1. He singled, walked, and scored a run. What a catch that was by Schwarber. The 0-1, inside and low. One ball, one strike. Wheeler getting ready to throw the 99th pitch. Here it is. Just up high for ball 2. I think that my stream went a little bit behind, and that's why I couldn't see the full play, because I see that I could catch up now. That's odd. The 2-1. Outside again. A slider at 91 miles per hour. And Wheeler has reached triple digits on the pitch count. The 3-1 by Wheeler up high for ball 4, and there is a 1-out walk. It's the second time in a row that Narvaez has gotten on base with a walk. Look at Justin Crawford in single A. That's single A, yeah. Low A. 10 doubles, and he's hitting .348 with 32 RBI and 32 stolen bases. It's great. The pitch to Nimmo in the dirt. Nimmo did give the Mets the lead back. He hit an RBI single in the 4th inning to give the Mets at the time a 3-2 lead. On 102 pitches by Wheeler, the 1-0. Up high again and outside. And now, you wonder if anyone's going to get loosened up at least. I didn't see anybody warming up in the bullpen. Sun is still out, but the clouds are starting to look a little bit more unfriendly. 2-0. The pitch on the upper third of the strike zone, a curveball at 80 miles per hour. I think that they were going to try to get one more inning out of Zach Wheeler. But obviously, if somebody gets on base now, you're going to have to think about pulling the plug. 2-1. And the pitch by Wheeler is fouled back again towards the net behind home plate. Mets lead at 4-3. In Game 3 of this series against the Phillies. 2-2. The pitch. Fly ball towards the third base side, and it's well foul. And out of play. Man, that ice cream looks really, really good. Where's that from? Rita's? That's not Rita's, is it? No, but it's dripping, so you got to make sure that you get all sides. If you're that kid. 2-2. The pitch. Fly ball out to right field. That's going back to the wall. It hits off the top of the wall. Castellanos plays it on a hop, and the throw over to second is cut off. And that is a long single by Brandon Nimmo. If it was a couple of feet up high, a couple more feet up high that would have gotten out of here. And Rob Thompson has seen enough. So the Phillies dodged a bullet there. And Thompson's going to go out there, and Zach Wheeler's day will be done. He's still responsible for the runners at the corners. And Buck Showalter, I think, may want to review this to see if it was a home run or not. So now I'm curious to see what's going to happen. But Wheeler is going to come out of the game, but now they're going to see if it is a home run. Nope, it hit the independent sign. Just hit off the top of the independent sign, so they can't review that, and Zach Wheeler's day is done. Okay. They're looking on the scoreboard to see if whether or not it did hit the sign, and it did. And Matt Strahm will come in. So the Mets have a 4-3 lead. And there's a pitching change as Zach Wheeler's day is done, and Matt Strahm will come in with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And runners are still at the corners. All right, let's refresh this page really quickly. Baseball day in Philadelphia. What is up, CLX? How we doing? All right, we got a pitch and change, guys. Ugh. Ugh. It's almost time to stretch. Bring in Cody, Larry says. You're funny. If you guys are brand new to my channel, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now go, people. Do your thing. I give you this content for free. Best thing that you can do is support the channel. Here's Starlin Marte. First pitch. He takes it way inside for ball 1. That was quick. Oh, that's because I updated this because for some reason it was behind. Okay, that makes sense. 1 ball, no strikes to Marte. Runners at the corners. 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch in the dirt and laid off. So Strahm has been struggling as of lately. His ERA has gone up to 4.07. He's pitched in 48 2/3 of an inning. 61 Ks, though, and 13 walks allowed. The 2-0 fouled back towards the screen. Except Jose. Yeah, Jose's ERA has gotten really, really good. For sure. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strahm looks back at first. They went with a lefty, and the pitch. High hopper, hit over to third. Sosa won't have a play to home plate, and he throws over to first to get Marte out. And it's an RBI ground out, and the Mets once again have a 2-run lead. As Marte is able to get the runner in and going over to second base and advancing is Brandon Nimmo. Would have been a tough play, and Sosa would have never gotten the runner out at home plate. 2 outs, and Lindor comes up. He's batting on the right side. And he swings, tries to take a hack at that one, and misses it by a mile. Mets have a 5-3 lead against Philadelphia in the top of the 6th inning. After this, I got to take a step off for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, Larry. The 0-1, up high and inside for ball 1. Lindor's 0 for 2. He struck out twice, and he has walked as well. Fibach says, sheesh, I roll out of bed, and it's Stromboli for breakfast. Yeah, that's right. The 1-1. Again, it's outside and high. That slider missed by a mile. By a foot. Oh, boy. 2-1 to Francisco Lindor. Lindor is 0 for 2 lifetime against Matt Strahm as he fouls the next pitch off. He struck out once and has walked twice in his career. But today he's 1 for 3. Against the Phillies, he hit a solo homer in the 5th inning. It was on the left side of the plate. 2-2, Strom kicks, fires the pitch. Fouled back again, and we'll go at it again. Excuse me. Lindor certainly one of the best switch hitters in the league. But you have a couple now. Yunior Marte is really good. There's a whole bunch. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Lindor strikes out. The side is retired. The Mets do, however, get another run on an RBI ground out by Starlin Marte, and the Phillies trail 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Okay. Marte RBI ground out. RBI G5 and Lindor strikeout. All right, I'll be right back in just a few moments. Please hit the like button and subscribe. All right, I'll be right back in just a few moments. See you guys really soon. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, Phillies down 5-3. And Grant Harwick is going to come out there for the Mets in 2 games this season. He hasn't allowed a run yet. He has 4 walks and no strikeouts, but opponents are hitting 167 off of him. Alec Bohm is stepping into the batter's box, as he will step up to the plate. First pitch. It's inside. Your Patriots shirt burning the flames when you put it on? Oh my gosh. Here's Alec Bohm as he lifts this one out to left field. That's going back to the wall. It hits off the top of the Xfinity sign. And the throw over to second base is just in time as Bohm is out. It was a great throw out in left field that was made by Tommy Pham. He played it off a bounce, and Bohm tried to extend a single into a double, and he's out at second. Let's see. No, he might be out. Now, did he push the runner off the bag? I don't know. I have no idea. That is certainly a rally killer, for sure. And the Phillies will not review this, as Bohm not so happy with himself. See, those are the types of base running mistakes that you just can't make. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Marsh, who comes up. The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. See, those little things, they just They're just rally killers. You have to be confident that you're going to make it into second base. We saw JT do it the other night. Bohm does it tonight. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. I mean, what else can be said about that? 2-1. Popped up. Out to shallow left field. And on the run is Pham, and he makes the catch. Two away. And that'll bring up Edmundo Sosa, who tripled back in the third inning. First pitch to Edmundo Sosa, and that is outside and low. The 1-0 on the outside corner. One ball, one strike. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Sosa, ground ball hit over to third base, gobbled up, and the throw over to first is in time, and the side is retired. Good throw by Beatty, and we go to the top of the 7th inning as the Mets have a 5-3 lead. Man, that is too bad. All right. So now we go to the top of the 7th inning. And for those of you that are brand new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. And that means it is time for our Phillies trivia. All right, it is time for our Phillies trivia question of the day. We will reveal the answer in the bottom of the 7th, but write down your answers as soon as I ask you guys the question. And, of course, you guys can do that as soon as I ask the question, and then I'll reveal the answer in the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, you can't lose the series. I agree with that, Larry. Okay, so the Phillies trivia question of the day for today is the following. Okay? I'm not going to give the year for this because I think that the year will give this away. But who caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter that he threw? All right? Which catcher caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter? Okay? Phillies catcher, obviously. So we'll repeat it again. Who caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter? I'm not going to give you the year because it'll probably give away the answer. So I am going to make it a little bit tough. And I will reveal the answer in the bottom of the 7th inning, but make sure that you put your answers down below. And we'll reveal the answers as we go to the bottom of the 7th. But now we're in the top of the 7th. Phillies trail 5-3. They had a 1-0 lead on a solo homer by Trey Turner, and then that got erased quickly, as in the top of the 3rd. The Mets had a 2-run single from Pete Alonso. And the Mets have not looked back since. Phillies did tie the game up on an RBI single by Trey Turner, but the Mets have just continued to score runs. Jose Alvarado comes into the ball game as we go to the top of the 7th inning, so the Phillies want to try to secure this win, so Alvarado will go out there. He'll have to face Alonso, Vogelbach, and Pham for the inning. Only one left-hander. But if it gets past Pham, it'll be McNeil up next. First pitch, 98 miles per hour, and it's way up high. Alonso is 1 for 5 lifetime against Jose Alvarado, who steals the pitch. Fastball at the knees, a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Buck Showalter puts in Mark Canha on deck, who will come in to pinch hit for Daniel Vogelbach. He wants to make his own chess moves, and Alonso hits this one out to deep right field. Forget about that one. It is gone. And the Mets have doubled their lead. It is 6-3. "383 feet out to right field. It was a fastball down the heart and soul of the plate, and Alonso went oppo taco." Oh, boy. Well, Alonso certainly got a good pitch to hit. Just the bat speed that he has on the bat is just so incredible to me. No balls, one strike to Mark Canha, who comes in as a pinch hitter. And lifetime pinch hitting, he's hitting .169 with 4 homers and 12 RBI. The 0-1 outside. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Mets have a 6-3 lead against the Phillies. The pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, we didn't even get to Jose Alvarado's stats. And I believe I'm going to make sure I correct myself when I say this, if I say it wrong. But that is the first home run of the season that has been allowed by Jose Alvarado. The 1-2 in the dirt. Let me double check to see if that is correct, but I am 99% sure. 2-2 pitch. It's outside. Nope, it's the second home run that he's given up this season. Give up one earlier. 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no. And there is a leadoff walk in the top of the 7th inning. If somebody could spot me and help me figure out who Alvarado gave up a home run to earlier in the season, I would appreciate that. So that's the second home run that he's given up this season. The pitch to Pham is fouled back. So Canha comes in to pinch hit for Vogelbach, and he gets on with a walk after a solo homer was hit by Pete Alonso. That was his 24th homer of the season. No balls, one strike to Pham. Alvarado kicks, fires the pitch. A cutter at 93, and it's fouled off. He hasn't reached triple digits yet. Has not reached triple digits yet. Pham today is 1 for 3. He's gotten a hit in 8 out of his last 9 games. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado kicks, fires the pitch. Ground ball foul. That one was down the third base line. Phillies did not have to face Justin Verlander in this series. They had to avoid him. But they did face Mad Max Scherzer yesterday. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado kicks, steals the pitch. Line drive into center field for another base hit. Marsh plays it on 2 hops, throws it over to Trey Turner, and that puts runners at first and second. The Mets are up 6-3 against the Phillies, and there are no outs as Jeff McNeil will come up to the plate. We have not seen this type of an outing from Jose Alvarado in quite some time. And Jeff McNeil steps into the batter's box. Runners at first and second. Phillies down by 3. And McNeil shows bunt, and it is fouled off It was bunted all the way down the first base line. Steve Lake. Are you talking about who hit the home run? Off of Alvarado earlier this year? That's what I wanted to know. We have a new subscriber to the channel, and I have to be sure that I shout you out. What is up, Avi? Thanks, Avi. Thanks for coming on here, dude. I hope you're doing well, man. No balls, a 1 strike. The pitch. Down low for ball 1. That's awesome. I hope you're doing well, Avi. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jeff McNeil. Runners at first and second. Mets have a 6-3 lead, and the pitch. A bunt that's taken back and laid off for ball 2. Jorge Soler was the guy that homered off of Alvarado this season. That's who it was. And it was on April 13th. The 2-1. There's a bunt over towards the first base side, and the throw over to first base is just in time. So Bohm got over there. Stott had to cover first. The runners do advance, and there's 1 out in the 7th inning for the Mets. Good play by McNeil. It was a productive at-bat as he advanced the runners over. The Phillies have been struggling with that offensively. So, all right, Brett Beatty comes up. The left-handed hitter who's playing over at third base today, and JT wants to call for time here, and he will get a timeout on the mound. Phillies trail 6-3. Alvarado from Maracaibo, Venezuela. He's 28 years old and stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall with 245 pounds. Richard, the game ain't over yet, my guy. It's not looking pretty, but again, guys, the game ain't over. That's why we have to wait till all 27 outs are recorded. First pitch to Beatty, 100 miles per hour at the knees for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Alvarado kicks, steals the pitch. Ground ball foul. E4, not Ozuna. Okay, you can say that, but look at what happened on when they played against the Diamondbacks. They were down 5-3, and Turner hit a home run in the 9th to tie it up, and they won. 0-2. Alvarado kicks, steals the next pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And the home plate umpire says, yes, he did. And there are 2 outs. And now here comes Narvaez. We need 2 more likes to get to 35 for the stream. That is correct, Ryzen Rhino. Thanks for coming on here. Francisco Alvarez will come in to pinch hit for Narvaez. They wanted to go with a right-handed bat as Brandon Nimmo waits on deck. Phillies down 6-3, and they're trying to just get out of the inning. The pitch by Alvarado, swing and a miss. A 93-mile-per-hour cutter. Alvarez facing Alvarado. Alvarez is 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter with two Ks. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That cutter looked absolutely filthy. Alvarez has a lot of power. He has 12 homers on the season, along with 25 RBI. He is a rookie. He's wearing his orange batting gloves. No balls, 2 strikes. Phillies down 6-3 in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, the pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. And the side is retired. The Mets do get another run, though, on a solo homer by Pete Alonso. When we go to the bottom of the 7th, Phillies down 6-3. Okay, so Alvarez came in the pinch hit for Narvaez. Here we go. All right, guys. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is currently stretch time. All right. It is stretch time. So that means it is time to answer the question. All right, I'm going to give you guys one more chance. So who caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter? That is the question. I didn't give a year because it would probably reveal the answer. So let us take our time. Well, 10 seconds or 15 seconds for you guys to put your final answers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. So let's reveal our answers. All right, so we got our first one. Isel says me. So our first one that we got that was legitimate was Mike Lieberthal. Is the answer Mike Lieberthal? How about Tim McCarver? Okay, next one is Darren Daulton. That is correct. Darren Daulton is the right answer. Larry won, but he also answered twice, so it doesn't count. But no, Larry. But no, Larry. Thank you. You got the answer correct, and that is correct. So Darren Daulton caught the no-hitter. It was on August 15th of 1990, and he got that one correct. Every other answer. I just wanted to hit that button. That's all I wanted to do. Thank you for playing Phillies Trivia. That's another day that we do that. It was a lot of fun. What's up, Doggy Squad? You're back on here. Nice. What's good? We need 9 more subscribers to get to the 600 mark. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Thank you for playing Phillies Trivia with me, JJ. That's how we do it. Oh, boy. Just changed my profile pic and made my new vids. Good job, Doggy. Please go subscribe to Doggy. Everybody, please make sure that you guys go do that. My wife said Dalton before I did. Oh, did she? Okay. That makes sense. You're excused. You're excused there. You're excused. But see, now, which wife was it? Was it Nick Castellanos? Was it Bryce Harper? Because now you have a lot of wives, you told me. You told me that. So now you gotta give me an explanation for that. You know what I'm saying? You have to. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies down 6-3. And the stream froze, so I refreshed it. See? You have to be specific now. Which one? Does your wife even know about that, though? That's the next question. I don't even want to get into the specifics about everything, so maybe I'm just spilling a can of worms that I probably shouldn't do, so I apologize about that. The real one. Oh, man. That's funny. All right, so here's Kyle Schwarber. 1 ball, 1 strike as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Hartwig out there for another inning of work, and Schwarber fouls the pitch off. Back to the backstop. Phillies came in today as the favorites at minus 110 as the opening odds. The Mets were at plus 140, and the current odds are the Mets are at minus 180, and the Phillies are at plus 440. The 1-2 fouled back. All right. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, too. We're working our way to 40 likes and 600 subscribers. The pitch. Down low. Kyle is 0 for 2 today. We are approaching, we just passed the 4 o'clock hour. 2-2. The pitch. Just below the knees. Good eye by Kyle Schwarber as he took the changeup at 88. Well, the story of the whole series has been that the Phillies have left a lot of runners on base, and that has continued today. Time is called. And Schwarber takes a step out of the batter's box. Hopefully they can try to change that narrative here. Phillies have left 6 runners on base today. 3-2 to Schwarber. And the pitch. Ground ball over to the second base side. Fielded by McNeil. The throw over to first is in time. What a play by Jeff McNeil. He took away a base hit. He had to throw it on the run. He didn't even dive for it and just threw it while he was in motion. Wow. Not an easy play, and McNeil was able to make a nice extension on the throw. And Schwarber is 0 for 3. Here comes Trey, who's 2 for 2. And he's stolen 2 bases today. But he swings and misses at the first pitch. Oh and 1 to Turner. The pitch again. That's a sweeper taken at the knees for a called strike. And Turner takes that one all the way too. No balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch fouled back towards the screen. Hartwig with 20 pitches in 1 1/3 of an inning. The 0-2 inside for ball 1. If you guys want to come on after the game is over and give your thoughts about the Phillies, we'll be talking about them, don't worry. As that pitch is fouled off. Please make sure that you guys do that. Join the Discord server down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your takes about the Phillies and about what happened in the series, what didn't happen. We'll talk about it, and we'll certainly let out our thoughts. Here's Trey Turner, and he lifts that one high and deep to left field, but he just got underneath it. And making the catch is Tommy Pham. Man, he just missed another homer. The timing was just a little bit off. 2 away. So the Phillies are having a hard time now even trying to get on base here. Castellanos 0 for 2. And the pitch. It's taken at the knees for a called strike. Clouds are still coming in as the sun is drifting away. No balls, 1 strike to Castellanos, and he grounds that one foul down the third base line. Thank you. I appreciate that. We need 8 more now. Larry's wife, you're the best. I appreciate it. I really do. Josh Walker getting loosened up in the bullpen for the Mets, and will most likely pitch the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down 6-3. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. Castellanos at the dish, and he's 0 for 2 today. The 0-2. Outside and low. No, I know. That's awesome. That is sick. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch to Nick is way up high and inside. Larry's wife, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Now we need only 8 more subscribers to reach the 600 mark, man. That's it. Big pitch coming up. Here it is. Inside and low. So what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Castellanos. Harper waits on deck. Just one at-bat at a time. One pitch at a time. Dougie says his Alexa just issued a severe thunderstorm. 3-2 pitch. It was outside, but it's on the outside corner, called strike 3 by Eric Backus. And he's not having it with Nick Castellanos. Castellanos arguing over balls and strikes, and to be honest with you, the pitch looked like it was a little outside, but the side is retired. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies down 6-3. All right. In case you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too. Algo people, do your thing. I hope all is well. We go to the top of the 8th inning, which means that it is time to take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And before we do that, I want to remind you guys, if you guys want to come on at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing our Phillies series recap. All right? And then we'll let your thoughts be heard and that type of thing. We just can't let out any thoughts, obviously, on that type of thing until we go on. At least I can't. You guys get a chance to voice your frustration about this team. I can't do that right now, because I'm calling the game. But there are some good signs that I still take. But I can understand why people are upset. All right. So let's take a look at the out-of-town scores, shall we? Let's do that. I lost it for a second. I did. I lost it for a second. Here we go. All right. So the Blue Jays, they're up 12-1 against the Oakland Athletics, and they're in the top of the 9th inning. Yankees trailing 3-2 against the Texas Rangers. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Braves are up 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th against the Cincinnati Reds. That's in Cincinnati. And the Rays lead the Royals 3-1. Brewers and Guardians are tied 4-4 in the top of the 9th inning, and the White Sox have a 4-1 lead against the Red Sox. Rockies are up 2-0 against the Angels in the top of the 5th. And then the Giants and the D-backs just got started. They're scoreless in the top of the 1st. We have some final scores to also go over, too. And we'll do that right after this first pitch is thrown by Jeff Hoffman. And the first pitch is fouled back. Cardinals won 7-5 as they finish out the London series. And they were able to do a good job as they put up 7 runs today. Twins beat the Tigers 6-3 in 10 innings as they won in extras. No balls, 1 strike to Brandon Nimmo, who's 2 for 4 today. The pitch, inside and low. What's up, Grady? Thanks for coming on here, dude. Orioles won 3-2 against the Mariners at home, and the Marlins shut out the Pirates 2-0. Those are your scores around Major League Baseball. The 1-1. Taken at the knees, a fastball at 97 miles per hour. Whoever just subscribed, thank you so much for doing that. Unless I missed somebody. Did I miss somebody? I saw Larry's wife subscribed. The pitch. Down low for ball 2. So Jeff Hoffman comes into the ball game in 15 games. He has a 3.31 ERA in 16.1 innings of work. And 22 strikeouts, as well as 8 walks allowed. He has only allowed 1 homer, though. The 2-2, fouled off. Okay, please be sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Algorithm people, I don't know where you guys are at, but do your thing. We want to reach 600 subscribers. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, so please make sure that you guys Give some support. Give some love and support, man. 35 likes. Let's get it all the way to 40. The pitch. Foul back. Boy, it'd be really nice to see the Phillies come back here. Clouds continue to creep on in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Brandon Nimmo. The pitch. Fouled back again. Nimmo took a step out of the batter's box and has to regroup himself. He's getting some good pitches to swing at, and he has a really good cut with the swing. See if Hoffman tries to go with an off-speeder here. The pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line. That'd be great. That could help me get some more calls. That could help also boost the channel for sure. We love it when the Phillies come back and when it goes to extra innings, because we love that anticipation. The pitch popped up again behind home plate. But it's funny because I've noticed, just from those moments, I've noticed that people do coming back though, and we're at a point now, guys. We're at a point now where we're averaging about like 30 people on here. That's awesome. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. And Nimmo strikes out. What a battle that was. Not this year's team, says Larry. I mean, hey, it wasn't that long ago that this team actually beat the Dodgers and this team beat the Diamondbacks. Like, we can't just discredit those things. There's a lot that happens in the season. We probably said the same thing in September. So, let's be mindful of those things. Anything can happen. We all know that. Here's Starling Marte. The 0-1, just a little bit inside. Phillies trail 6-3 to the Mets. Phillies are 39-37 on the season. The 1-1 popped up out to center field. Marsh on the run, and he gets called off by Castellanos, and he makes the catch. Castellanos does. And the A's and the Nats and the Tigers. Don't forget about the Braves, too. Acuna goes down, and they still end up going to the World Series and winning. Can't forget about that. And the Royals. The Royals won that wild card. Just can't forget about those things. Keith says that Schwarber is our best pitcher. First pitch, swing and a miss. To Francisco Lindor. Kevin Long going over some hitting pointers with Bryce Harper in the dugout. What's up, Magic 44? Thanks for coming on here. 2 outs. Nobody on in the top of the 8th. Mets lead it 6-3. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. A splitter that was thrown at 90 miles per hour. Again, the sun is still shining, but the clouds started to look a little bit more unfriendly. The pitch, outside and high. Hoffman at the belt. Gets set, kicks, fires. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Lindor loses his bat as it goes flying. And Lindor sharing some laughs as it was a foul tip into the glove. And that'll do it as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down to their final 6 outs. And Phillies, they trail 6-3. Magic 44, do you remember I follow you on TikTok and more? Of course, Magic 44. You came on for my Sixers streams. I appreciate all the love and the support, man. Thank you. I don't forget people. least I try not to. You guys are a part of the family. Once you're in the play-by-play with JJ community, unless you unsubscribe, you're always going to be in it. That's how it works. Speaking of subscribers, we need 8 more people to come on here and subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ. We want to get to the 600 mark. It would really be awesome if the Phillies could help us out here, too. That would really be great. But I hope you're doing well, Magic 44. I'm going to take one more step off, actually, really quickly. All right. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Keith says it's 77 and sunny in California. Magic says get to 1,000. Well, we got to do one goal at a time, man. We got to do 600 first. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get to 600, we got to get to 593. So one step at a time. We got to take baby steps. Josh Walker will come into the ball game. He has a 3.0 ERA in 6 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks allowed. Hasn't allowed a home run yet this season. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. So it'll be Harper, Realmuto, and Stott as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And the first pitch to Bryce is taken all the way up high for ball 1. Takes a curveball at 81 miles per hour. Harper's 0 for 2 today. Phillies have to try to get a big hit from him. And he lays off that fastball at 90. Yeah, I did some, Eddie. Not too many, but I did do some. And that's why we're also on here, too, to get more experience. The pitch. Outside for ball 3. Phillies trying to spark a rally. And hopefully it starts with Harper here. The 3-0 to Bryce. It's on the outside corner, a 4-seamer at 94 miles per hour. 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. The 3-1 up high for ball 4, and Harper walks. It's the second time today that he's gotten on with a walk. So JT will step up to the plate. Phillies are 4 games behind the Dodgers. They're tied with Milwaukee for that 3rd place wild card spot. Here's JT, and he takes the first pitch. It looked like it was inside, but it was called a strike regardless. JT struck out 2 times today. One was with the bases loaded. And he also flied out 2. The 0-1, that time it's down low and in the dirt. One and one. The pitch. Line drive into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Harper will go over to second base, and the tying run is coming up to the plate. Good piece of hitting by Realmuto. And let's see if the Phillies can try to capitalize as Bryson Stott is due up next. Phillies not going down just yet. Why is it called play-by-play with JJ? Because my name is Jason Joseph, and I do play-by-play. So that's why it's called play-by-play with JJ. That's why we do it. Because I do play-by-play. All right. Here's Bryson Stott, who comes up, and he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Walker in a little bit of a jam. Can the Phillies try to get some runs here and cut the deficit little by little? The 0-1, the Stott. It's just a hair outside. It looked like maybe a pin at the corner, but it's called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nobody out. The pitch fouled back towards the left field side. Walker will try to go at it here. 1-2. To Stott. 2 seconds left. The pitch. Laid off again for ball 2. Stott today is 0 for 3. He's hit the ball sharply 2 times. Almost homered. His last time up. The pitch. Good take on a curveball that was nowhere near the strike zone, and the count is full at 3-2. There's Buck Showalter in the Mets dugout. Harper at second. Realmuto at first. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The payoff pitch to Stott. Fouled back. And he probably had to swing there because it would have been a close call regardless. It was a defensive swing and a good cut by Stott. 14 seconds left on the pitch clock. Don't see anybody warming up in the Mets bullpen yet. Payoff pitch coming up. And here it is. Up high for ball 4. And that'll load the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Harper walks, Realmuto singles, and Stott walks. And now time is called. There's still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. And Showalter has seen enough. And that's going to do it. As we do have a pitching change. And the Mets are going to go to somebody else. Get you the name on who it is in just a few moments. It'll be Jeff Brigham. I saw number 43 and I was like, well, there's my chance. And Brigham will come into the ball game. Marsh must save the season here. It's Bohm. It's Bohm. Guys, the game's not over. Like, this is what happens. You know? Like, you have to play all 27 outs. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's just how it works. It's how it works, always. There still is plenty of baseball left. Nobody out. If you guys are new to my channel, whoever's up at the plate has to save the season. That's what Larry's saying. If you're on my channel for the very first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I do play-by-play for baseball, or for the Phillies, for the Sixers, for the Flyers, for the Patriots. Please make sure that you like. Please make sure you subscribe. And please make sure that you hit that bell icon too. All right, we are over the 3-hour mark. We started the clock at, 1:15? So we've been live for 3 hours. I subbed and liked. Thank you so much, 6. I appreciate that. We need 8 more subscribers. Boom slam. I hope you just didn't spoil anything, doggy. I hope you didn't spoil anything. But yes, I would love to see a boom slam here. I just hope that wasn't a spoiler. No spoilers in the chat, guys. None. I don't think it was. All right, Jeff Brigham comes in. He has a 4.0 ERA in 27 innings, 29 strikeouts. And this is a golden opportunity for Philadelphia. Harper's at third. JT's at second. The bases are loaded, and the first pitch to Bohm is outside for ball one. Stott is over at first. All right, not a spoiler if it didn't happen. All right, good. Great. Harper is Bohm is 4 for 9 with the bases loaded this season. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch. Ground ball over to third base, and there will be no play over at second as the throw was wide. It's going to go down as an E5, and Harper comes in to score. Brett Beatty tried to throw it over to second, and McNeil dove for it, and he could not keep his foot on the bag. It's 6-4, and the bases remain juiced. That could have been a lot worse. It was smoked over to third base, and the ball must have slipped out of his hand as McNeil had to dive for it, and Beatty did not get a good grip of the baseball. But now they're going to challenge this. I don't know why. What's going to happen? Did it hit the bag or something? Oh, to see if his foot was on the bag and if he made the throw? I don't know why that they would review this, but they are going to review something. That is so bizarre. Just to see if Jeff McNeil's foot was on the bag and if he had possession, full possession of it. I don't know. This is the curse of doing this on a monitor without anybody here. I'm looking to see. Okay, so closed caption. Here it is. Okay, so they're going to make the call. So the runner is safe. And the call was confirmed. Bases are still loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. It'll go down as an E5. Love your positivity and optimism. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what happens, man. You got to play all 27 outs. That's what I'm saying. Brandon Marsh comes up, and one swing of the bat could tie this baby up. Bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. Brigham with the first pitch. It's just outside and high for ball one. Fans starting to clap along and get back into the ball game. And now if you're Rob Thompson, you have to think about getting somebody loosened up, and it probably will have to be Craig Kimbrell, I assume. The 1-0 to Marsh. There's a high fly ball out to right field, and it's hooked foul. It's sliced foul, and man, oh man, my heart was racing there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Marsh just got a little bit out in front of it. Not by much. Bases loaded for the Phillies, so Harper came in to score on the E5 over at third. 1-1 to Marsh. Brigham kicks, fires the next pitch. Way up high for ball 2. Fans getting even louder now. Edmundo Sosa does wait on deck for now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. The pitch to Marsh. Inside and low for ball 3. What a game this has turned into. Phillies down 6-4. They won game 1 by a score of 5-1. They lost game 2. And they trail 6-4 in game 3 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the eighth. Nobody out. 3 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. The kick and the pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. Oh, man, that was a nice pitch. Sosa does wait on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A golden opportunity for the Phillies here. The payoff pitch to Marsh. Just below the knees for ball 4. And a run comes in. It's JT Realmuto, and the Phillies have cut the deficit to 1. Wow. Good eye by Marsh. Still nobody out. An RBI walk by Marsh, and Edmundo Sosa will come up. And they'll actually introduce Cody Clemens as a pinch hitter. And just like that, a base hit now could give the Phillies the lead. Here's FS Podcast is here. What's up, man? Vinny Natoli warming up in the bullpen. Phillies down 6-5. Bases still remain juiced. Everybody goes from station to station. Bohm at third now. Marsh at second, or at first. And here comes Cody Clemens as he fouls the first pitch off. So Stott's over at third, sorry. Bohm is at second, and Marsh is at first. Oh, and 1 to Cody Clemens. The pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. Clemens hasn't had too many opportunities with the bases loaded this season. He calls for time here, though. Phillies have a chance. They've scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Can they at least tie it back? No balls, 2 strikes. Brigham kick steals the next pitch. Check swing. He went around, and Clemens strikes out. They didn't even have to peel it over at first. The crowd does settle down a little bit. But the good news is that Kyle Schwarber has a golden opportunity to come up large here. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down 6-5. It was a 6-3 game, and the Phillies have put up 2 runs. Bases loaded, 1 out. And we flip the lineup card as Schwarber's due up. Brigham, here's the battle. The first pitch. A sweeper at the knees for a called strike. Kyle is 0 for 3. He walked in the third. No balls, 1 strike. Stott over at third, Bohm at second, and over at first is Marsh, the 0-1. Ooh, that looked like it was outside, but it's called a strike anyways. No balls, 2 strikes. That was off the plate. No doubt about it. And that changes the whole entirety of the at-bat. It's an 0-2 count. The sun is peeking out again. The clouds were coming in, and there's a little bit of some sunshine. Is that a sign? Don't know. Brigham with the 0-2 pitch to Schwarber in the dirt and inside. Good eye. And he was settled back in to try to go at it again. Schwarber 0 for 3 today. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Just taken down low. Good eye. As it was a hair below the knees. Two and two. And the pitch. And it hits him. It hits him. and the Phillies have tied the game. Stott comes in to score, and Schwarber goes over to first, and the Phillies have come back and tied this baby up. Unbelievable. It hit him right on the back knee. Way to take out the team Schwarber. There we go. Thank you. Base is still loaded, and now even a fly ball to the outfield will give the Phillies the lead. 6-6. Here comes Trey Turner, who homered to start off this baby. First pitch way up high and inside. I am so shocked that Buck Showalter is still staying with Brigham here. Turner is the 8th man to bat in this inning. Bases are still juiced. 1 out. Phillies and Mets tied 6-6. The pitch to Turner. Oh, it almost hit Trey Turner. Almost caught the jersey, and now it's a 2-0 count. And Alvarez wants to call for time here. This is unbelievable. Did it catch the jersey? I don't know. It may have. That angle, it's really hard to see. Could have hit him on the lower part of the jersey towards the pant area. Actually, right above the left knee. I don't know. But time is called. 2 balls, no strikes to Trey Turner. Nobody warming up that I can see just yet in the Phillies bullpen. They haven't showed anything. Turner is 1 for 6 lifetime versus Jeff Brigham. He's homered today, had an RBI single, and has stolen 2 bases, and has scored 2 runs. He's ahead in the count 2-0 here. The pitch to Trey Turner. Popped up, fouled behind the plate, and he stays alive. Nick Castellanos, who struck out looking to end the 7th inning, is in the on-deck circle. The inning started off with a Bryce Harper walk. 2 balls, 1 strike to Turner. The pitch. Fouled off again. And the count is 2-2. So Zach Wheeler won't even get the loss now, which is also good news. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded for the Phillies. It's 6-6 in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. It hits Turner. Another run comes in to score, and the Phillies take the lead. 7-6 Philadelphia. A bizarre sequence of events. Back-to-back hit by pitches. And the Philly fans are roaring at Citizens Bank Park. And finally, Buck Showalter will pull the plug. It hit him on the left hip. And most certainly Craig Kimbrell will be loosening up in the bullpen. And Brigham can't believe it. The ball slipped out of his hand, and he hit Trey Turner. An RBI hit by pitch by Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner. And we finally have a pitching change. Phillies lead it 7-6. Way to take advantage, Turner. Oh my gosh, roaring at the park. It is. It is loud. I can see it's loud because I see rally towels waving. I don't know if you guys believe in miracles, but this could be one. What a turnaround. Yup. I'm telling you guys, you got to play all 27 outs. That's how it works. That's just how it works. And it's not even over. I don't even know if the Phillies are going to win this game. It's looking good now. But that's just how it goes. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too, and hit the thumbs up button too, so that way you know when I upload. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a great afternoon. And, yeah, man, we do almost every single Phillies game. We do 76ers basketball, Patriots football, and Flyers hockey. We got 52 people on here. Is this an open for good things to come? That's a good question. Michael Hopper says, if we win, Frank the Tank is going to be so funny later tonight. It's true. That is true. We need 7 more subscribers. If you just subscribe to my channel, I'm going to shout you guys. I'm going to shout you out. I don't think I got the notification. I did not. Okay. Thank you for whoever just did that. Vinny Natoli comes in one game this season, has only gone 1 inning. They don't even go with Robertson. Nick Castellanos comes up and he laces that one down the third base line. It's a foul ball. Just foul. Phillies are up 7-6. In case you're just joining us, the Phillies have sent 8 men to the plate. And only one guy has gotten on with a base hit. Harper walked, Realmuto singled, Stott walked, Bohm got on with an E5, and everything else happened with a walk or a hit by pitch. The next pitch, outside. Marsh had an RBI walk, Sosa struck out, Schwarber got on with an RBI hit by pitch, and Turner got hit too and drove in a run from that. The 1-1 to Castellanos, ground ball foul down the first base side. Well, the Mets bullpen, there's been a whole lot of talks about them this season and how they haven't been able to hold on to leads. Here's another example of that. Phillies have punched their way back into this ball game as they lead it 7-6. The 1-2 to Castellanos, swing and a miss. Oh, man, a slider at 83 miles per hour, and he goes down swinging. The Phillies could certainly use some insurance here as Bryce Harper, who started off the inning with a walk, is due up. Sure, yeah, I could do that, but you got to wait until you have to wait for sure. Phillies lead it 7-6. Harper up at the plate. Bases loaded. The first pitch to Bryce. Down low. And outside, it was a fastball at 93. Thank you for everybody that just subscribed to the channel. We need 4 more people to come on, man. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Harper. Inside and low again for ball 2. Harper's the 10th batter to come up in the inning. The 2-0 pitch popped up out to center field, backing up his Nimmo, and he gets underneath it and makes the catch. The side is retired, but the Phillies retake the lead. They were down 6-3 and lead it 7-6 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Alonso will be leading things off. And it's the Mets' last chance. How did the Phillies score? On walks and hit by pitches. That's it. Keith, this is the man that said that the Phillies aren't going to win this game. You can't even do that, man. You can't even do that. Can't even do that. You told me that they're not even going to win. It's not over, but I'm sure that you didn't expect this. I kind of did, to be honest. 52 people on here, man. Let's go, Phillies. I love that. If you guys are new to my channel, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button as well. and make sure you know when I upload. Let's get 3 more outs, baby. 3 more outs. Don't know who's coming in just yet. I have no idea. They haven't showed who will come in. I don't have any signs. I'm sure it'll probably be Craig Kimbrell because they already went to Alvarado today. Let's see if the Phillies can try to close this one out. I don't know. That I don't know. This has to be our biggest comeback of the season. Yeah, we just got to hold on, man. Snowman's going to have the call for tomorrow's Brewers-Mets game at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Please make sure that you join him for that, too. I got some new goodies to unveil. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Snowman. Let's go, baby. All right, 7-6. Phillies lead it as we go to the top of the 9th. They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning on either walks or hit by pitches. Kimbrell has to be pitching in the 9th. Have you been to any games this season? I have not been to any games this season. But one time I do want to go and be able to call a game for you guys and I am trying to get that set up. All right, Craig Kimbrell comes in to try to close the door. He's 5-1 on the season in 32 games this season and is 10 for 10 in save opportunities with a 4.2 ERA. Alonso will be his first victim. He homered off of Jose Alvarado his last time up. Phillies have a 7-6 lead as we go to the 9th. First pitch, outside and low. It's a knuckle curve at 87 miles per hour. Alonso is 0 for 5 lifetime-wise versus Kimbrell with 3 Ks. He, of course, is representing the tying run. He's 2 for 4 today. The 1-0 to Pete Alonso is inside and high for ball 2. So 10 men came up to the plate for the Phillies in the bottom of the 8th inning. They only got 1 hit, though. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Alonso, and that hits Alonso in the elbow, and he goes down hard. The tying run is aboard, but Alonso certainly got the wind taken out of him. Oh, boy. He does get up, though, and it will go over to first. Wonder if the ball's maybe a little bit slippery. I don't know if it started to rain yet. But Alonso goes over to first base. And he does have the trainer come out, but he says that he's fine. And the tying run's aboard. Marcana will come up next. He came on the pinch hit for Daniel Vogelbach and walked in the 7th inning. He is 1 for 2 versus Kimbrell in his career. Lucas says it is raining hard. I don't even see it. First pitch to Canna. Swing and a miss. 96 miles per hour on the gun. On deck is Tommy Pham. The 0-1. Outside. Phillies looking to go 40-37 on the season. One ball, one strike to Marcana. At first is Alonso. The pitch, check swing. He did not go. There's not even an appeal, and it was taken down low for ball 2. Almost 50 people in this chat. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We need 4 more subscribers to get to 600. 2-1. Kimbrell kicks, fires the pitch. On the outside corner at the knees, a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Taken all the way for a called strike. Fans on their feet. Nobody out in the top of the 9th. Alonso at first. Phillies are up 7-6 as Kimbrell's trying to close the door. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. fouled off. Ooh, man. That was really close. And Canna just stays alive. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Can the Phillies get their 40th win of the season today? The 2-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Canna strikes out, and the home plate umpire, Eric Backus, says he went around. One gone, and Canna having some words with Backus. And here comes Buck Showalter, as he's all fired up too, and I believe he just got tossed. I don't know if he went around, but it's been like this for both sides today. Showalter and Backus going at it with one another. Oh, boy. Alonso's still over at first, but a big strikeout for Craig Kimbrell. And Canna goes down swinging. And Showalter, I believe, did get tossed. Even Justin Verlander shaking his head no. So a double play could end the game as Tommy Pham comes up to the batter's box. Pham 2 for 4 today. First pitch to Tommy, swing and a miss. Pham has struck out all 4 times he's faced Kimbrell. Faced him earlier in the series on Friday night. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch fouled off. 96 miles per hour. Craig Kimbrell throwing the heat, and fans standing on their feet. No balls, 2 strikes. Phillies have put up 7 runs today. Kimbrell gets set, kicks, fires the pitch. Laid off. On the knuckle curve. Tommy Pham is 2 for 4 and continues to hit very well in the month of June. He singled in the 5th and in the 7th. Alonso at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kimbrell kicks, steals the next pitch. Check swing. He went around again. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. He did not hold up. And that's back-to-back strikeouts on check swings. And Jeff McNeil, everything is up to him now. 1 more out in this ball game. First pitch to McNeil. It's taken all the way for a called strike at the knees. A knuckle curve at 86 miles per hour. Oh and 1, the pitch to McNeil, another swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. And the Mets are down to their final strike. Everybody that still is here is standing on their feet. The crowd is roaring. And it's an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, fouled off. Just fouled back behind the plate. Kimbrell has 404 saves in his career. He already has 10 this season for the Phillies. No balls, 2 strikes. Alonso at first. The 0-2. Popped up out to center field. This should do it. Marsh says he has it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Save number 405 for Craig Kimbrell. And the Phillies come back and they win the series. They win by a score of 7-6. It's their first series win since September 17th to the 19th of 2021. And their first series win at CBP against the Mets since August 16th to the 18th in 2021. What a comeback for the Phillies. And the tarp is now coming onto the field as the game is over. Phillies come back and win by a score of 7-6. Oh, boy. And how about that 8th inning? There was only one hit. It all started off with a Bryce Harper walk. Realmuto singled, Stott walked. Bohm got on with an E5. Marsh had an RBI walk. Sosa struck out. Schwarber had an RBI hit by pitch. Turner had an RBI hit by pitch. And the Phillies took the lead at that point, 7-6. Thank you all so much for coming on here. We just reached the 600 mark. Shout out to every single one of you for coming on here and for joining Play-by-Play with JJ. Man, we continue to grow this community, and it's been quite a blast. If you guys want to come on later tonight to give your thoughts about the Phillies and how they did during this homestand and during this series, please make sure that you join the Discord server. We'll be on at 9 o'clock tonight. The Discord server link is posted down below in the chat, and it's also in the description too. I hope that you guys can join because I want to hear your opinions on this Phillies team and what's going to happen next. The 40th win of the season for the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, boy. And they're off to Chicago, and they'll face the Cubs on Tuesday night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Boy, oh, boy. What a game. I am just going to tell you, this is exactly why you got to play all 27 outs, guys. This is how it works. It's just how it works. Before we make all of our judgments. Did it get ugly? For sure it did. But you have to play all 27, man. That's just how it goes. All right? Thank you, Mets bullpen. Just got to play all 27, Keith. You were wrong. Thoughts on Schwarber's juicy wiener? I don't know. Oh, man. We lost a subscriber. Oh, man. Oh, hopefully we get back to 600, but that's all right. Because we will. We will. All right, guys. I love you all so much. What Connor sus? San Diego Padres versus Washington Nationals next. That'd be really cool. Showalter has to go. Says Pope Matt pressure. Oh, boy. All right, guys. We're going to wrap things up here. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. Let's get our 600 subscriber to come back up. You know what I'm saying? Let's reach 600. Larry's wife unsubbed. That's what $5 said. Oh, man. All right. Love you all so much. We'll catch you all on the next one. We'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully you guys will come on, join the Discord server, and give your thoughts on the series. All right. Love you guys. Peace out.